come, or just put your money away for that rainy day. Take ACE, affordable interest mortgage. 720-895-0500. Have you heard? There are loans specifically available for those self-employed. For those without
I'm sure they are.
Now
they were like raiding the zoo. What's going on there?
They're just, they've got two presidents and one's not stepping down. And God, he's going to get dragged through the streets, man, like that other guy.
Is one of them named Trump?
No.
Affordable interest mortgage. And MLS 298
Trump's back in the one of them.
It's the new Dan Campbell Show.
Hey, hope you join me at 4 on the Dan Campbell Show. We're syndicated border to border in Colorado, Fort Collins to Pueblo and beyond, so we can work together to stop bad things.
She's a visionary, Dano.
And have a lot of fun along the way. Join me at 4.
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere where we are solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, and making your life a little easier. What's going on? It's a Monday. It's kind of gray, but fun. We're going to help you by solving your problems. Well, we try to. Recovering millions of dollars in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. You just have to call 303-MARTINO. Or when we're on the air here, you can call direct at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. That's right. So, anyway, I love helping. We got a Heather who wants to talk about software. Ira wants to talk about Home Advisor. What's new? We get problems from them all the time. Crystal wants to talk about a cleaning contractor. Matt wants to talk about Happy Motors. We have guests with us, too. I love the name of the place because it tells you exactly what they do. Nurse Next Door. Think about that. We'll talk about them. Nurse Next Door. You know, healthcare and assistance and home health and skilled care and unskilled care, all kinds of services in that genre, they're exploding because we have such a big segment of the population aging at the same time.
You know, Friday, we had that call with that young mother and her kid fell down the stairs at that apartment complex, and he's got some, well, he might have issues for the rest of his life. Bendinelli went out there and met with them last Friday, man. We're going to have some updates along the way here, but it's a travesty out there. It's horrible. Did you see that picture I sent you over the weekend? The picture of the staircase?
Yeah.
What did you make of it?
It was terrible.
Terrible.
Let's put it this way. I can't believe that landlord is insisting. They're insisting that she rent the place. Now listen, she was looking at the place, her final walkthrough. Her son falls through this railing and could be permanently disfigured. We're talking for life. Half of his face is paralyzed. Now, she tells the management company the staircase is open, it has no stringers. Well, I don't know if you call them stringers. Railings? What do you call them? It's got a top rail, but it doesn't have the stringers in between. And the posts.
And apparently it's pretty loose.
You know what to call them?
Yeah, spindles or balusters.
Spindles, that's what I'm talking about.
No top rail?
He has a top. They had a top rail only.
No spindles, no balusters?
No, going down to a basement. The boy fell off the edge of the steps and is paralyzed. Half of his face. And what does the management company say? This is incredible. Do you know what they say? You better pay us the rent and move in, or we're going to sue you for the rest. Now, imagine this. They might be out millions and millions. This kid is disfigured. I can't believe it. Mark, are we going to call this management company? Imagine this. You're looking at a rental. Your child falls through a railing. That is obviously dangerous. We have to get on top of this one. All right, let's go and take these problems, okay? Ira, what's going on? What's going on with you, Ira? Welcome.
Tom, good morning.
What's happening, sir?
I'm a just a small business owner in Colorado Springs, and I got signed up for Home Advisor, not realizing how they did their business. And they kept sending me leads and charging me.
Well, that's the way they do it, right?
Yeah. And when I contacted them, said that the first 2 leads I got, I didn't get anything, but they were charging me anyway. And says, well,
that's what they do. I mean, that you pay for leads, and they send the leads out to more than one contractor, and you pay for them. I mean, that's not a surprise. That's the way they do business.
Okay. Yeah, and I was just wondering, because I quit them because they try to keep adding more on, and they were saying...
Well, yeah, I mean, this is a common complaint, but they don't hide that. I don't think I don't think they hide the fact that they sell the lead and you have to pay for them. They don't guarantee you're going to get a job out of it.
No, I realize that. I didn't realize, though, that they just kept sending them and charging me, hoping that maybe I might get one job out of a whole bunch.
Well, of course.
I'm sure their agreement says that, though.
Yeah, why did you not know this?
I didn't know this, and they didn't explain it to me when I signed up. So maybe it was my mistake for signing up for these people.
So what did you want?
Well, I was just wondering, I had emailed you folks last week about...
Oh, okay. Listen, I don't mind you emailing, and we wanted to talk about it in that you don't... This is what people don't understand. Did you understand that the leads were sold over and over and over?
No, I didn't understand.
There's a certain number of times they sell it. I don't know the number, but no, you pay whether or not you get the job or not.
I'm pretty sure they have a patented algorithm somewhere there.
Yeah, that's what they said. Their patented algorithm happened to have direct you to their site when you put Tom Martino's referral list in there, and that's why we're suing them. You know, if they're so popular, I don't know why they needed to use me to market them and violated my trademark, but that's in the courts right now. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Heather, what's going on with you, Heather? Welcome.
Hi, Tom. I have hired software developers to help me work and create my software program.
Okay, and did you had to make sure when you did this, it was work for hire, so they don't claim ownership of creative property and intellectual property.
Correct.
Okay, so you did a work for hire contract?
Yeah, so it's time and materials. We own the intellectual property.
Good.
And as soon as, invoices are paid.
Good. So what's happening?
Well, to date we're paid over $55,000. We don't have a full working app yet. They're trying to charge us an additional $24,000.
How did you get your initial proposal?
The developer was referred to us by 3 other people.
What's the name of the developer?
William Baker Consulting.
Are they in-state or offshore? In-states?
They probably are, but they outsell it, right?
Yeah. So when listen, when you do a scope of work, and then you do they do an estimate. What was the estimate or the proposal they gave you? Well, how much was it supposed to be?
The initial proposal was $61,488.
Was that an estimate or was that an actual contract?
That was an estimate.
Okay. And so far you've paid what?
$55,588.
Okay. And what's the problem?
On February 8th, I received a total cost update.
Yeah, that's common.
It was $69,021.50 for Phase 1 and Phase 2 of our project. No updates were received that they were going above and beyond that time or amount, and then I received invoices that equal a total of $84,000.
Where are they located?
Denver.
I've never. Okay, so you're saying they're not outsourcing.
No.
They literally have people coding right here in Denver.
Correct.
You want to bet?
But what's it matter? Who cares? We know they're outsourcing.
Yeah. Okay. So how much an hour were you quoted?
$130 for one developer and $110 for the other developer.
Well, maybe they do have 2 developers in town. Who knows? Anyway, so you're upset that they went over they went over the price, right?
Yes.
Happens all the time.
How many releases?
It depends on your contract. I don't really know what to tell you, but it's not unheard of to be 30 to 40% more than the original because no one ever no one ever describes their scope of work accurately.
We did pretty well.
I don't know, Mark. I think we did in a way. In a way, we did.
So, without update?
Well, no, I don't know about the updates. I don't, that part I don't understand. You're saying that you've only gotten one version right now or no version?
We have a almost version. We can't sell it. We can't even add beta testers to it because it's not finished. It's not to a point where we can even...
If they don't have anything functional at this point, I'd be outraged too.
So what do they say they're going to do?
At this point, they're demanding payment of $29,000 even to give us our intellectual property so we can move on and not work with them anymore.
Let's call these people. This doesn't sound right.
Yeah, we will call them. I can't promise anything. We will definitely call them and see what's going on.
Can you send me your agreement with them?
Yeah. What's the name of this company again? Give me that name.
It's William Baker Consulting.
And they were referred to you by who?
People that I'm in a business advisory group with.
Uh-huh. And you can you say what the app is or not?
It's Dash Tracker. It's a business dashboard and lead tracker for real estate agents.
Okay. All right. That's very cool. All right. And are there other products like it?
There's similar products, but nothing that combines everything we have in a simplified way, the way we're doing it.
Okay. Hold on. Get her information, Suzanne, and we will look into it. I'm Tom Martino.
This report is sponsored by Walgreens.
Showing us that app as an example, and it didn't even work.
Highway 6 in Red Creek Canyon is closed once again for rockfall mitigation until 5 p.m. Also, US 6 over Loveland Pass is closed for avalanche mitigation, so just be aware of that. Back in town, got possible crash being cleared.
Hello.
Back in I-70. Also off highway, there's...
Make sure she sends me her scope of work, her contract with the clowns.
Avoid that area for now. The weather forecast.
You gonna comb your hair?
Showers later on today with a high 53 shower mix.
I would comb my hair.
20 seconds, bright light, 30 spots, 20 seconds.
It's not for a dating app, is it?
I wouldn't swipe right on.
I'm tired.
Swipe
left into Walgreens. The prescription. Walgreens. Trusted since 1901. Talk to...
I'm Tom Martino. For Bright Light Chiropractic, I can highly recommend Dr. Mike Hederscheit because Bright Light Chiropractic is one of the few chiropractic offices where you actually get chiropractic adjustments on County Line in Highlands Ranch and University, okay? And it's worth the trip. What a great introduction to chiropractic you'll have. Make your own appointment at brightlightdenver.com, brightlightdenver.com, 720-583-4506.
Automated marketing text messages. Messages text and privacy rules and terms and conditions at text. Are you sick of frozen meals or unhealthy fast food? Martha Stewart is doing a free taste test.
One unsent. Why is it unsent?
Martha and Marley Spoon. To be part of Martha's at-home taste test and get 3 free meals, text the word green to 246810. It's so easy.
I know, it says
Martha's
unsent.
Simple and
What are you doing to
me?
me?
To be part of Martha's at-home taste test.
Now see if it's sent.
Text green to 24610.
There it
That's
is.
green to 24610. Green to 24610.
Welcome to my life.
Adults who have crooked teeth and always wanted to do it.
Dan's an engineer.
How are you, man? Vicky, how are you? Good to see you guys. Yeah.
Depending on what your problem
how are
is,
you?
crooked teeth
Good.
comes from a narrow
What's up, brother?
You may have been told you need surgery. You do not need surgery. Dr. Kent Lawson has
going on?
Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Adults.
Yeah,
He
good
can
weekend?
help straighten your teeth.
You were flying? What'd you do?
I did. Flew yesterday.
Alignment with natural
Thanks for
means
telling me to
that
text you
avoid
back.
a lot of time
Going
on
up.
braces.
I
And when
was
you
busy
do
out there.
braces, they can be
It was fun. I went up last night, did some
thing
landings
done in
and
2
What'd you
years
pick
or
up?
less, sometimes
The
6 months
light
to a
sport.
year, and guess what? Way cheaper.
My little,
That's like flying a simulator.
I know it.
Because where to fly anyway? Literally, a day if you had to.
It's a little tricky to land, though.
No, they're
very tricky.
It's just...
Why? Why is it tricky to
Oh,
land?
because
Yeah,
of
there's
its
some...
sink rate.
Aurora
orthodontics.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it.
It's like a little 152.
And it is.
It's way faster.
But it's just tricky because it's so like that stick is so sensitive. You get down the ground, you can't
no matter what your
flare
situation, DWT BuysHouses.com will buy your property
winds are high,
as
like,
is
you
for
gotta keep
cash
on
and pay
flooring
all your
and
closing
all that
costs.
stuff.
Call right now at 720-388-8225 and
Yeah,
get
good to see
started
you
on
guys.
your easy
Instead of
cash
the air
offer.
coop, you
Does
just
your
point-
property need repairs?
point and
Time
shoot,
to
right?
landlord. BuysHouses.com will save you time.
This is
Headaches,
so
and
illegal.
totally hassle-free.
What?
Call
The
today
stairway.
720-388-8225.
I know.
Hey, how do you know?
Oh wait,
Online
don't.
at
You're not posting it.
DWTBuysHouses.com.
Going to.
No. I want to make this.
You know what's funny is
I
Kevin.
don't want to post it yet.
You know what's funny is Kevin. He just flashed it on our video.
Yeah.
Kevin pulled up that almost that exact picture that he found on Google. That's amazing.
Yeah, this is yours.
Friday.
It might have got grandfathered in on the old stuff.
Oh, okay, no.
Yeah, but this is
There are
You're right.
no-
I don't agree that it's
There are
right.
no. I've never heard something like that. Plus, this house isn't that old.
Well, I don't know how old it is.
I mean, it's stair rails have heated spindles. I built a house 30 years ago, and they put a ball through to make sure the spindles were close enough,
Exactly.
and you couldn't get a 4-inch ball through.
Less than 4 inch.
Yeah, because you don't want
Carpenters do 3 and
You don't want a kid's head going through.
But this has one side, not even a rail.
I know.
Yeah.
This is.
And that's at the smallest point. It has to be under 4 inches at the narrowest point.
On new construction.
No, Mark,
Well,
I
it should-
built
it should
30
be a-
years ago, and the guy came with the ball. 30
Right.
years ago.
The only thing I was thinking was, is this house built in 1920?
No.
We just remodeled it.
No.
I'll bet you-
Remodel is used very loosely in this term. And repainted.
And I'll bet you that
Seriously.
I'll bet you even in the 50s and 60s, you had to have some, you couldn't just put up a railing with an open staircase. I mean, that is ridiculous.
Hey, I want to talk to you guys too about something. So my mom is kind of at the point right now. I'll tell you the story a little bit. But she like fell 3 times, all this stuff. She needs to go to like appointments. She needs to drive. So you know what? I'm gonna talk to you guys about it. I don't know like what we can do to help her.
Hey guys, Tom Martino. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. When I say the best of the best, I mean that. If you are looking for someone in real estate to list your home, don't try to do it yourself. Don't go with these low-cost brokers. They don't do half the work that Frank does. I can prove it. Also, if you're looking to buy, his team will help you find stuff and make the best deals. 303-920-1622. 920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Okay, so we will be talking more about that staircase and that
Crazy management company and landlord and all that. We're waiting to hear from our attorney who looked at it. Meanwhile, we have with us the nurse next door. Now, I assume, guys, nurse next door is what it sounds like, right? Like, tell us how it works, either Tom or Vicky. How does it work, Tom or Vicky Hill?
That is the name of the franchise we purchased.
Okay. So, which one is yours? Where do you have it?
Ours is in the northern part of suburbs of Denver, Thornton, Westminster, North.
Okay, so what does nurse? What do you guys do?
We are a home care service agency.
Is it skilled care? Is that why?
Ours is not. We did non-skilled. Based on the state Colorado license, you have an option to do skilled or non-skilled.
Or both, probably.
Right. So we did non-skilled. So we hire companions and caregivers to go into seniors' homes and help take care of them so that they can stay at home.
Okay, so what are you allowed to do?
We are allowed to do companionship is actually meal preparation, homemaking,
Can you dispense the meds that they have?
We cannot dispense. We can do medication reminders.
Okay, well that's cool. Like take your meds now.
Right, and then the caregiving side of it can also help. Can do everything the
Bathing?
companion does. Bathing, help dressing, and
Take them to events?
Exactly.
Can you take them out to eat?
Yes.
Okay, can you prepare meals?
Yes.
Clean the house?
Yes.
Okay, so all the unskilled care they would need to get in and up out of bed?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And we do some Alzheimer dementia support. We also do respite care for those people that take care of their parents.
Because little things like this, they don't always need medical care.
Absolutely.
Little things like this can truly keep them home.
Yeah. A lot of seniors don't drive anymore, so we can take them to the grocery store. We can take them to go eat. We can
And
take
it could
them
be
to the doctor's
it could be
office.
way cheaper than a nursing home.
Absolutely.
And then if they do need medical care, you guys can take them to their visits.
Correct. Yes. We can take them to doctor's visits. Yes.
Does Medicare pay for this, or Medicaid?
We are self-pay. We didn't get into the Medicare, Medicaid. We didn't want to.
But does Medicare or Medicaid ever pay for unskilled?
They can. That's up to whatever Medicare, Medicaid has per their agreement with the individual. So.
You mean their supplement?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. 303-713-TALK. If you ever want to know anything about unskilled, it's not, I don't mean unskilled. It's really not, I hate saying unskilled. Non-medical companionship, non-medical home care. That's a better way of putting it.
Do you guys deal with a lot of those insurance policies? Is that the majority?
You mean the long term?
The extended, whatever they call it.
We don't do anything with the insurance.
They're all self-pay.
We're all self-pay.
Wow. But I imagine people could submit those.
Correct.
Yeah, on their own. You don't get involved in all that. Okay, 303-713-TALK. Crystal, what's happening?
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Crystal.
I am a independent small subcontractor for residential cleaning here in Colorado Springs.
So you clean homes?
I do, yes.
Okay.
And right before the school year in August, Colorado Springs, the Indeed website, which is a job website out here, was advertising for needing small subcontractors, painters, carpet cleaners, residential cleaners to turn over a bunch of college apartments. So in the Colorado Springs area for a week to just kind of go in, clean them up before the university starts their fall semester.
All right, and so did you do it and you didn't get paid? Is that what we're talking about?
Yep, absolutely. We did the work, submitted invoices, and have been trying to follow up with the payment.
Okay, why won't they pay you?
We have no idea.
Did you try small claims court?
So they're located in Virginia.
Do they have any kind of a presence here in the state?
They unfortunately do not, and it's just not our state that's had issues. It's Des Moines in Texas. There's a huge group of subcontractors, snow removal companies that have not been paid by this marathon management company.
They just don't pay.
They don't, and I think it's just a recent problem because it's a legit company. People were getting paid. It had great reviews, and all of a sudden, come the first of this year,
you can put a lien on the property. Did you know that?
I did. And
well,
so
that's what you need to do. Because listen, if they're doing this all over the country, no one cares. It's pretty obvious. I'm telling you the quickest way to get their attention. You put a lien on that property and you watch the attention you're going to get. Because not only that, if there's any equity in them, you're going to own, you can start a foreclosure. People do not understand this. Years ago, I helped a contractor, window coverings, down near Arapahoe, where I forget the name of the company. God, it was so many years ago. I helped her put a lien against this management company, or against the property. The management company laughed about it until we started foreclosure. Now, can you imagine foreclosing on a $10, $20 million commercial building for window coverings in an office? You know, I'm telling you that it's incredible the power you have if you put a lien. And you really need to do it. I would go to an attorney and do it, or do it yourself, but you have to read up on how to do it. It's not as difficult as you think. Listen, I'm not saying you're going to foreclose, although you know what? You could. But here's the deal. If you foreclose, it goes to auction, all of that, you get paid anything it costs you to collect within reason, and they get the rest. They're never going to let that happen.
Sure.
I mean, is there a reason you think they wouldn't pay you?
No, unless they're going out of business. I don't know.
Then you put a lien on the property, because if they go out of business and they have to sell their properties, you get paid.
Okay.
I don't know what you were hoping to hear, but here's the deal. With a national management company and a bunch of companies not being paid, you know, if we call them, it's really not going to be worth much. But we can put out their name, we can put out their number, and let other contractors beware of them. Meanwhile, you truly need to start the lien process. You have to give them notice. What were you going to say?
How long ago was it?
Oh.
So it was back in September.
Too late. Too late.
Gone is that time.
Doggone it. I didn't realize this. September, what do you have, 4 months to do it, Mark, from the time work was completed?
From the last time you were in there working.
Okay.
Ah, man.
Well, you know, Tom, the big thing is they owe very little for my company.
How much do they owe you?
$500. It's $500. It's work that was done, but there's millions of unpaid.
Now you can still get a judgment against them and then go after them with a lien. You know, you have 6 years to collect in Colorado.
Okay.
So, but you have to sue them. And are you positive they don't have a local representative here?
I'm positive.
Who do they pay rent to?
To this management company.
But where?
Oh, to this apartment complex.
No, what I mean is, how do they pay rent? Do they throw it out the window and hope someone catches it? How do they pay the rent?
No, they pay rent to this apartment complex.
How do they pay the rent? I have a check in my hand. Do I flush it down the toilet? What do I do with that check in my hand? When you say you pay it, what do you go outside and leave it on the stairs? How do they pay rent? There is a representative who collects the rent. Or do they transfer it by an ACH? Find that out, Crystal. That's very, very important because that likely could be your Colorado connection. Look for any way you can because if you can get it to small claims court here in Colorado, that would be ideal. 303-713-TALK.
It's been about 10 days ago.
1 minute for law 30 spot. 1 minute.
With West Kaminsky Mornings, Sean Hannity at 1, KHOW, Denver.
Sponsored by Farmers Insurance.
We are farmers.
There's a couple of slow spots in the highway drive in town. Westbound I-70 slow, elevated portion. Westbound 270.
The only problem, and I don't see a problem, why would you have to even go with a franchise if you were going to do unskilled care or
police activity? You don't have to, but there are a lot of things that this franchise itself does so much already. For one, they do our scheduling and their over intakes. They take all that off for our plate, which is huge.
They do all the scheduling for our clients and our caregivers.
20 seconds. All you have to do is provide 30 spots in 20 seconds. Now, overcast skies.
And then they contact us and say, we need to go to this person's house at this time to meet with them. So I do the hiring, but then they do that. Yeah.
And a less than perfect one.
If you're injured in an automobile accident, I would love you to call John Fuller if there are any injuries whatsoever or you're not sure where you stand. I'm not suggesting you get involved in the lawsuit right away. I am suggesting you let John Fuller make that decision because he will truly look out for your best interest. You don't have to hire him. You just call him. Ask any question you want, 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500, or go to his website, personalinjuryco.com. Ask him questions. If you hire him, you only pay him if he collects for you a small percentage. 303-597-4500.
2019 iHeartRadio Music Award.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
So, when we come back to this, I just want to make sure I got this right here. So when you guys talk, just the cameras on there and put that banner over.
Perfect. That's awesome. Yeah. That's great. And so that phone number, even though it's local, will actually go to the Care Services Center that we were just talking about. And they do a scheduling.
That's an enormous
problem.
We've checked out a couple others and they don't do it.
What was that new roofer I hit that background with?
It is.
What was his
They
name?
started in 2001 in Vancouver and then migrated to the United States and now they're in all the other states. So the franchises are growing real rapidly, obviously because of
How much did you
So they base it on a number of seniors. Our area is about 39,000 seniors based on what they made the area. So we go from east of Brighton to almost Urbana. We actually take up a little bit of Urbana. So we have 17 different zip codes, and that's how they broke it up as zip codes. So we've got a really large area. Kind of almost yeah, Louisville. Our territory doesn't come down this far, but there's another guy named Dan, and he's kind of east of Colorado Springs, Douglas County. So when Nate was mentioning his mom, that might be in his territory, we don't know. But if it's not, we may be able to go.
Take 8. Affordable interest mortgage.
Because we don't know his territories of
Have you heard?
off the top of our head.
Specifically
We could get
available
them,
for those self-employed. For those without W-2s, you now have options. Take 8, 720-895-0500. Your locally owned and trusted mortgage broker since 2001, where we specialize in you, the customer. 720-895-0500. That's 720-895-0500. Affordable interest mortgage. And MLS 298191, regulated by DORA, equal credit lender.
When you think about home loans, think Ideal Home Loans and the help they can give you.
That application process, we go through it line by line, and that really allows us to do an effective job to make sure we're doing what's in your best interest.
Tom, what's the reason you don't want to put the stairway on? You think it's going to alert them or something? Or
I want to do it yet, because I want to do it.
I got it ready to go.
We're not doing the story yet. We're not talking about it yet.
Equal opportunity lender regulated by DORA. NMLS 136756. For terms and conditions, call 844.
That's what the system does.
Pay off your mortgage and access tax-free.
You should almost have Suzanne or Daphne do that, and then you speed it up and play that so it differentiates, just gets you out of it. That's how all those realtors and shit do it, you know?
Retirement without losing ownership of your home. You just have
Or Dan talks.
You don't even need it, because technically the law says, the regulation says, you only need a disclosure
if you're doing the APR,
if you're talking about interest rates, and I know we're talking about interest rates.
or not a precise interest. You might say interest rates are lower.
I don't even say that.
Going to answer your questions and help you identify the right financial solution for your retirement.
I say interest rate guarantee, but that's not addressing an interest rate.
303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000
Well, this is Ross right after
or online
surgery.
at AmericanFinancing.net.
What's that?
Oh,
This
he
is
needs
Ross.
to.
He needs to redo that. Why?
What did he say?
Well, his voice, the way
It sounded horrible. What is that one called? I'm going to tell Ross he needs to redo that spot. Just email me the info you have on it so I can
I'll
get it
bet
to
you
him.
that's the system again.
No, that sounded exactly how he sounded that week.
Yeah, his voice took like 2 weeks.
Oh, you mean after surgery?
Yeah. Hello, Ross. Yeah, his voice sounds normal now, a lot faster than what they said it was going to be.
Yeah, he sounds good.
In addition, it comes with
That'd be scary, huh? Little whoopsie.
Denver's talk station. Online at
If I was a surgeon, I'd fuck with people all the time. Oh, damn.
Use the wrong knife.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right. Nurse next door with us, Tom and Vicki Hill, they do non-medical home health care, companionship, and I say health care, I mean like, you know, personal care, like helping to bathe and get dressed and medication reminders, taking them to appointments, preparing meals. We'll be telling you more about that if you have any questions on this area, because it's growing. God, is it growing. Home health care. I think there's a general move away from nursing homes, if at all possible, even with long-term care insurance and Medicare. 303-713-TALK. Let's talk to Matt about Happy Motors. What's going on? Matt.
Hello. Good morning, Tom.
What is Happy Motors? Is that, let me guess, it's on East Colfax.
Yes, it is.
All right. Tell me about it. What's going on?
Well, I had bought a Dodge 1500 about 2 weeks ago. I bought it on a Saturday.
And you probably bought it as is, but this Dodge, What year is it?
2006.
An 06. How many miles?
It has 171 on it.
So we know you will definitely have problems with it. There's no doubt, no doubt. So when you buy it and you have this many miles, you know you're going to have problems. So it shouldn't surprise you too much. The only time it should surprise you is if the dealer lied to you. So I'm sure you're going to tell me about this. What's going on with Happy Motors?
Well, when I got it, I drove it home.
Did you get it checked out?
Fine. What's that?
Did you get it checked out, inspected?
I did not.
Ah. Okay, so what happened? What's wrong with it?
Well, I drove it home. It was fine.
Good.
And Sunday...
It's always good if you can make it home with the car you just bought.
Right.
Okay.
So Sunday, I got... Sunday we were driving around, my wife and myself and kids.
Yeah.
And the ABS and brake light came on.
See, now that can happen with no problems. Sometimes you just reset it when you turn the ignition off and turn it back on. ABS computers sometimes have to be rebooted, but I take it that's not as simple as this, huh?
No, I mean I've already.
Is the light still on?
Yes, and I've put $1,000 into it out of
Where'd you go to get
already.
it fixed?
Tires Plus.
Okay, are they doing an adequate job?
They did, yes. They replaced the hub bearing. They replaced the brake cylinder.
Okay, so
cylinder.
What's wrong with it now?
The ABS light and brake light are still on.
Well, I would be upset with the place I took it to be fixed.
Yeah, what do they say?
They said that it's obviously had the issue even before I bought it.
Well, that wouldn't matter. You bought it as is, meaning if it was you bought all of the problems. Listen, I don't want to give you a hard time now. I want to make this very clear. This show is for people who call and also people listening. So the worst thing I could do is give people the false sense of indignation if I said to you, my God, you mean it was actually like that before you bought it? Well, I expect it was. That doesn't give you any more ammunition. You know that. Matt, if that thing had problems before you bought it, okay,
Right.
there would be nothing you could do about it. Now, there are minimal safety requirements required in the state of Colorado to sell a vehicle. Now, that means you had brakes. You just didn't have ABS brakes, and that's not required. So here's the deal. You have to figure out, were you cheated or did you just buy a car with problems? There's a difference. What do you think happened?
Well, I feel that I was cheated.
Now tell me why. Tell me why. You bought a vehicle with 171,000 miles as is. How were you cheated?
Well, I feel as if, all they did to sell the vehicle is disconnect the battery. That's as simple as getting rid of that light.
What do you mean disconnect the battery? If they disconnected the battery, you wouldn't have been able to start it.
It. Big deal. It just resets it. Why aren't you upset at this place you brought it to have it fixed?
See, Matt, even if they reset it, they don't have to tell you. Did you know that? The reason I'm telling you this is so you don't waste time thinking you have way more stuff than you do. If they had disconnected the battery to stop it and recharged it or reset it, there would be nothing wrong with that. Now, if you ask them, hey, what about these ABS brakes? And they say, oh, they're in perfect condition, and you could prove that, then you would have a point of sale that they lied about. But you'd have to prove they knew about it, they hid it, and they lied to you. And guess what? It would be cheaper to get it fixed than to do that. This is the problem we have with used cars. What about the place that fixed it? If I paid more than $1,000 and they could not fix it, why are you mad at them?
Mad at who?
The people you took it to and paid $1,000.
Oh, I'm not mad at them.
You should be.
I'm mad at the dealers.
Well, you should be. They charged you $1,000 and didn't fix the problem.
Point.
Yeah, Matt. The dealer did. Listen, what do you think as is means? You tell me your definition of as is.
As is. I mean, you're taking on the baggage.
Exactly. So then why are you mad at the dealer if they're selling a vehicle with 171,000 miles as is? Again, Matt, just understand this. I'm playing devil's advocate here because I want to make smarter people. So what do you think that meant with that many miles as is, that you took on the baggage? So why are you angry with the dealer? Because the thought of them hiding it bothers you. It would bother me too. It would bother me. I would be just as angry. The only difference is I would have said, damn it. I let them do it to me. I did not ask about it. I did not get it written down. And I didn't have the brakes checked out. That's the difference, Matt. So the fact that your mechanic said it was like that before you bought it doesn't matter. What matters is, now, I will say this. If they did something like covered a noise in a transmission or covered up something, you might be able to get them for fraud. But what I'm saying is, it's a long road to do that. They didn't cover up the brakes. They just reset it. Because guess what? Most of the time, it is just a bad sensor, and it does reset. They could have honestly thought there's no problem with the brakes. But I have to tell you, Matt, you are directing your ire right now in the wrong place. Why don't you hold that shop accountable? The one that charged you over $1,000. What do they say is still wrong with the system after replacing virtually everything? What do they say is still...
Well, they say it's in the main computer system, basically, and I would have to take it to a dealership.
Why didn't they do that in the beginning? Why didn't they tell you that in the beginning before sucking $1,000 out of you?
That is true.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I would demand that I get my money back unless they show me some worn out crap they replaced for me. That's what I would do right now. Listen, Happy Motors is just like all the rest of them. They're selling crap, but people are buying crap. I've said this before. If you buy a used vehicle with 100,000 miles on it, you're going to have trouble, some trouble. If you buy it with more than 150,000 miles, you're definitely going to have some trouble. If you buy it with more than 200,000, you're definitely going to have all kinds of major problems. So there's no getting around it. It's a clock. It's a clock, and it ticks. And you don't buy an old vehicle and expect to get no problems, ever.
Sponsored by Farmers Insurance.
And I have problems.
1 minute. There's a couple of minor slow spots.
Well, I ain't mad at them.
I would have thought it was a safety issue, but you're saying no, as long as you just brakes.
Yeah, so he has brakes. They don't even have to be perfect. Hold on. They don't even have to be perfect brakes. They can be worn out.
Right. You got to be able to stop it.
Lakewood near Jewel and Harlan Circle.
What's that commercial? Something's going to stop you.
You can't just avoid that location for now. Up in the high country, Highway 6 is closed from Clear Creek Canyon once again.
We'll see what happens here. Listen, he should bring that place. You tell Matt if he's still on there. Tell him to bring that other place in Small Claims Court, that shop that soaked him up $1,000.
We should probably take the budget.
At Farmers Insurance, we know the sound of a perfect hot air balloon landing.
They do brakes, but
and a less than perfect one.
Budget will do brakes, my friend.
We are farmers.
My Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchange Set affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Fix It 24/7, the $39 people. I just got this call. They called them for $39 and had a problem with their furnace. And guess what? They found a dirty igniter. They cleaned it. They credited the $39, and that person paid just the $39 to get that fixed. They didn't try to sell them something they didn't need. The $39 people to find any problem, and if you have the work done, they credit you that $39. The honest people, the $39 people, fixmyhome.com, 720-526-3939.
It's Monday, March 11th. Here are the new podcasts.
Tom.
Radio app, Brain Stuff, your daily serving of smart, explaining everyday science.
Do you have another one coming up, or are you free?
Plus, stuff you should know. Josh and Chuck have you covered on every curiosity under the sun. And scrubbing in with Beckett Tilly and Tyler Rath. Join the BFFs as they work through boy troubles and hang out with celebrity guests. These podcasts and thousands more are new and waiting for you today. Your music, your stations, your podcast.
If you have sinking concrete, heaving concrete, cracking concrete in the center, on the sides, you want to replace all of that? No, you want to call Cracker Jack Mud Jacking. They have this mixture of sand and cement, and it looks like a slurry of mud. That's why they call it mud jacking. They lift concrete, put the cracks back together, repair it, much cheaper than you would ever replace it. Call them first. Estimates are free. 303-410-7787. 303-410-7787. CrackerJackMudjacking.com.
I like that guy, man. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
You know what was great? When he had that guy call up saying, I did the math, there's no way they could have done 5,000 jobs.
60,000.
And he called right in and went, boom, 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 boom.
60,000 jobs, he said. He says
and he underestimated.
He said he's done more.
He hit that right between the eyes. I love it.
You need to hire someone.
Love it.
The right someone. LinkedIn Jobs makes it easy. With access to qualified people.
They must have crews go out ahead of time.
I need to get Compass Insurance on
6 jobs
for a general thing that
drilling,
happens sometime next hour.
No, no way, man. I watched, it wasn't those guys, but I watched them. They drill so fast, you don't even, oh my God, is it fast. It takes nothing to drill through the concrete. You mean to pump it up under?
No, pumping, I know, but drilling the holes and stuff. But what happens if they hit rebar?
It's nothing.
Really? They got drills that just...
When you get a DUI.
Well, I don't know how they don't hit
get
it. Go ahead,
Against your license, get an experienced, aggressive attorney who can help you in both areas. Joseph A. Lazara.
I'm working on one other one first.
That's 429
Don't,
6200.
it's going to be filled soon. I mean, don't worry about it. I've got all kinds of different options. I'm really trying to get done what I was telling you, though, because that's the one I want done. And I think, put this on pause, please. You know what I'm saying?
Berry. It has less sugar and it's super yummy. Any questions?
Yeah. How did you buy cereal? You're 5.
Any other questions?
Grainberry with Onyx Sorghum has the perfect balance of antioxidants and plant-based fiber for amazing sugar control. Buy a box today.
Grainberry, Grainberry.
Looking for auto repairs? Let's talk about Sheridan Auto Tech and Kevin Calkin, the owner. Sheridan Auto Tech, I'm proud to send you there for auto repairs. He gives you personalized service, caring and understanding when it comes to the economy of it all. They value you, and they will combine value with quality. That's Sheridan Auto Tech, 303-455-7242. 455-7242. 2 locations, Lakewood and Aurora. Sheridan Auto Tech, 303-455-7242, and on my referral list at referralist.com.
Trade wars and an absolutely crazy 12 months on Wall Street. It's certainly been an interesting year for the economy, right? But if you think about it, the only thing you need to be concerned about is what happens in your personal economy. So how has that changed in the past year? Maybe it's time to talk with Brad Jenkins and the team at Jenkins Wealth.
I didn't realize he applied to someone else. I thought it was just off the road.
You build a retirement income plan.
I have no idea what this, here's what I get from this lady, ready?
Call 720-457-68.
Cracks in garage floor. Can't go online. Please call me. Now, what's the whole problem with this? She emailed me.
Yeah, she can't go online.
Oh, it's from Suzanne, that's why. They must have called the line and Suzanne said that. Well, I don't know what she's looking for. I mean, mudjacking or...
So, by the way, and you should have been told this, the reason we invite you in is just see how things work, and when you call experts and talk to them how it works, and we never do a show about one thing, you know that. So I just didn't want you to okay. We'll talk to you. Okay. And then we mention you a lot, but I just didn't want you to feel offended at all.
Oh, no, we're fine.
I just came in so you could take me flying together.
Did I take you flying once?
No.
I'll take you flying.
But I have my pilot's license, but I haven't flown for years.
Take you flying. Oh, I would.
That's actually how the conversation went.
That's how
the keys. Just give me the keys.
Right?
Well, that would almost work.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. All right, listen, we want to help as many of you as we can. We're going to get you as you've called in. So, Suzanne, who should I take next? I don't have times on all of them.
Oh, okay, Tom, probably line 1.
Okay. James, what is happening? Welcome. Where are you in Texas?
If you're talking to James, your first part of your answer cut out.
Where are you in Texas?
I'm in Fort Worth.
Okay, sir. What can I do for you?
Okay, I had a free initial consultation with a bankruptcy law firm, Upright Law.
Okay.
Back on November 29th. And during the call, I initially agreed to representation.
Yep.
They sent me over a...
Did you sign a fee agreement?
I did not. They sent over an agreement for me to review, and when I looked it over, I decided I didn't want to.
Okay.
I didn't want to do it.
Did not sign a fee agreement. Say when you said you agreed to representation, then what do you mean by that?
Well, I had a initial phone call. I guess it was from a salesman. I don't even know if he was a lawyer that I spoke
Well,
with.
why would someone call you? Did you inquire and then they called you back?
I inquired. Yeah, I inquired from them.
That's what happens. Gotcha.
Right, and then they called me back and started talking about my specific situation.
All right, and you said it sounds good. They sent you over an agreement. You didn't sign it. Now what?
Right. So I sent it back. I sent him back an email and I said, look, I want to cancel this. There's some things about this I don't like.
Sure.
I don't want to go through it.
Well, without a fee agreement, they're going to be hard-pressed, but what did they say?
During this phone call, they asked me for bank account information.
And, of course, you wouldn't give it to them.
My account, and I did give it to them.
No, hold on. You just told me that you called to cancel, you didn't sign the fee agreement, but they wanted to debit money from your account, and you gave them the number. Why would you do that?
Because I'm stupid.
James, though, you must have felt obligated or something.
Well, I didn't feel obligated. I thought I could get out of it when I, read over the retainer agreement and I didn't sign it. I thought that was.
But why did you give them a retainer? It was after you decided not to use them. That doesn't make sense to me. It sounds to me like you really did want them and then changed your mind. Your story's not adding up. I'm not accusing you of lying or anything. I'm just saying from the outside looking in, it looks like you did agree to it. Now, are they acknowledging that you never signed the fee agreement?
Yes, they're acknowledging that I canceled. I got a cancellation.
Okay, then what is the problem? If they acknowledge that you cancel, what's the problem?
The problem is they took the money out of my account.
How much?
After they closed it.
How much?
$108.
Okay, after you closed your account?
After I closed my account with them. They set up an account during the phone call. I canceled within 2 hours.
Okay, did you go to the Bar Association? Listen, states have very strict rules on trust accounts. And these people, man, I'm telling you, they're going to be in big trouble.
I'm just trying to warn your listeners.
No, what you need to do is you need to go to the bar. They'll take this up. Did you complain to the bar?
Not yet, but I'm getting there.
You're going to listen, your account was closed with them. I don't understand what you mean. What about your bank account? Did you close that bank account?
No, my bank account is still open, and I'm waiting for...
But what do you mean you closed your account with them? Now I'm even more confused. First you tell me you did not sign the fee agreement. Then you tell me you gave them your bank information. But now you're telling me you closed your account with them. What does that mean?
Well, I guess when I talked to them during the initial free consultation, they started an account.
What an account? What do you mean an account?
With Upright Law, not with my bank. If you check out the email I sent you a couple emails about this Friday, so it kind of explains it a little bit better maybe than what I'm.
An Upright Law. They won't voluntarily give your money back, even though they acknowledged you canceled. What excuse do they have for keeping the money?
Well, the first excuse was it takes 30 to 45 business days to return anything, and after that went by and they still hadn't returned it, I've been trying to email them and actually call them. And
so you signed zero, though. You didn't sign anything digitally, online, anything with them, right?
I may have signed something for them to take the fee, but I don't.
Okay, well then you signed. You did agree to it. However, with a trust account with attorneys, if they haven't really spent the money, you can usually get it back. Hold on, Mark's going to talk to you off the air and see if we can give them a call. James in Fort Worth. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Stick around.
2019 is here, and rates are still in the low fours. Denver's housing market is continuing to increase in value, with over 35,000 families moving in than out annually. The Feds continue to raise short-term rates, like auto loans, credit cards, but many of our clients are paying off their credit cards before rates increase again. Others are doing much-needed home improvements, like new carpet, kitchens, finishing basements, etc. And then some are just putting money away for that rainy day. Take AIM, affordable interest mortgage.
I can't believe that Justice Smollett still.
There are loans specifically.
I know, the 2 came 100%. Hey, the judge will remember all that, though, hopefully.
Take AIM,
Unless it gets a liberal judge in there.
It's just amazing me. And then to be a lawyer and try to back him up and say, this is just egregious.
That's 720-8950.
Didn't even give him the benefit of the doubt of being innocent.
NMLS 298191, regulated by DORA, equal credit lender.
Adults who have crooked teeth and always wanted to deal with them. There is a way
This
to
thing,
do
this
that.
plane
Dr.
crash,
Ken Lawson has pioneered more orthodontics for adults. Straighten your
Was that a
teeth,
Boeing?
your palate, take care of
Second one in 4
jaw
months.
alignment, help you with TMJ, stop sleep apnea.
Oh, second new jet in 4 months?
4 months. Well,
That's
they
bad.
Right, I know.
And
they're still
Well,
already
remind me of
over
that. I'll stick to my, so one thing I like about Frontier and Southwest, they run the exact same airline.
Frontier does too?
Yeah. They're all, what are they?
I know Southwest does.
What
This afternoon's at 4. KHOW
Frontier. They're all the same.
Rise again, Lisa Brady, Fox News. There's money for a border wall in the budget plan he sent to Congress this morning.
No.
Maryland,
A13, A320.
The White House's
I guess they do have different ones, huh? I'm sure.
Fake news?
Well, they look the same, though. What's the difference? I don't get it. This one's got a couple more. Oh, but no, they're just. Is it configured? It's a little bigger. You're right. That one's way bigger. What's this bad boy?
And look at the
320s.
The doors and stuff there.
But they're all Airbus. Airbus, they've got probably the best out there, right? As far as crashes this year. I heard they have parachutes, so if they're going down, they hit a button, boom, parachute.
European, right? Airbus.
Yeah.
5% increase over
It's European, like Jerry's purse. It's European.
To get tough ahead of a Senate vote this week on a resolution against his effort to get wall funding by declaring a national emergency.
We're going to have another
tweeting that it's an easy vote
government
about
shutdown.
border security, not about constitutional.
Can you imagine, too, he wants people that don't work but can work to work in order to get benefits.
Between two deadly crashes.
That's not why they're going to do it. But
What do you mean?
he also put in a wall, another $8 billion in a wall.
I like that.
They said they wouldn't.
I like it, bro.
Witness to the crash close to Ethiopia's
I'm going to get in the wall business.
plane was hovering with fire.
The what business?
The wall business.
There you go.
Nose first. Ethiopian Airlines confirmed the plane's black box recorders.
That is crazy. Second one in 4 months.
Reports at least one is damaged. The crash was the second in 5 months.
Didn't they say they saw something? Oh, yeah, fake news, my ass, but yeah. 5 months, not 4.
Mine was definitely closer than yours.
Jeez. Good thing you're not, you're like that guy, Elon Musk, giving fake news out on the stocks.
This was damn close.
Okay, all right, Eli. It was damn close.
It was 4 months and 24 days.
Yeah,
So
let me tell you, bud. Let me tell you something, man. Fake news. What the hell is my listing I'm looking for? Free trial.
/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Yeah, Boeing is down 10%.
Say it again.
Boeing is down 10%.
Boeing.
So bring your prescriptions to a
Might be a good time to buy them.
today.
Did they use GE for their engines?
I think GE supplies, I think even Airbus
Health Strength and Express
they
Scripts Medicare. For a complete list of available
that's
plans,
one part
please
of
contact
GE
1-800
that actually
Medicare. TTY users should call 1-877-486-2048. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or consult www.medicare.gov. Other pharmacies are available on our network.
Democrats will pick the party's presidential.
Mostly cloudy today with a high of
That was
54. Tonight, mostly cloudy
Man,
and a low of
Ross is
32.
really
Tomorrow,
jumping
mostly
for
sunny
you. He
with a
doesn't
high
like
of
that
64. Wednesday,
Why?
cloudy and a high of
Senator representative.
Looking to save
Oh,
on
yeah.
Medicare
Anti-Jew.
Switching to Walgreens may help you save on your Medicare Part D.
It's pretty hard to argue it, too, don't you think?
Walgreens, trusted
And then
since
they say,
1901.
She's
Talk
new.
to the pharmacist to learn more.
Well, that's true. There's nothing wrong with that. She is new.
I can
I
recommend
know, but
no
that's why
one
they
better than
send her
Frank
excuse.
Duran, the
That's a
real
good
estate,
excuse.
part of Remax Alliance.
She doesn't know to lie yet. They haven't taught her well yet.
And for more money than the asking price. Call Frank Duran for a
It's
free
true. They
market
literally
evaluation.
haven't told her, hey, don't say how you really feel. This is what you got to
Buying
say.
or selling, go with Frank Duran, the real estate man. 303-920-1622 or FrankDuranHomes.com.
Do you know what the most
Big,
common
big
disability in the
issues.
United States is? Acute arthritis.
Gang fights in schools and stuff.
Proprietary regenerative technology coupled with rehab to help your arthritic joints heal naturally. Check them out at downtownshealthcare.com.
Adults who have crooked teeth and always wanted to deal with them, there is a way to do that. Dr. Ken Lawson has pioneered new orthodontics for adults. Straighten your teeth, widen your palate, take care of jaw alignment, help you with TMJ, stop sleep apnea with natural means in 2 years or less, way cheaper than getting a mouthful of veneers. Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, 303-690-0100. 303 K&H Home Solutions has a triple pane upgrade for you free of charge. Now, you buy windows, you'd normally get the wonderful, durable, energy efficient, beautiful custom fit double pane and pay for a triple pane upgrade, but not this month. If you buy windows, you can call them for details, you'll get free triple pane upgrade. That's triple pane glass, which is even more energy efficient. You can call them for details at 303-421-7100. That's 303-421-7100. Or have someone come out and consult you, not only about windows, but siding, doors. They do roofing and gutters too. That's why they're called K&H Home Solutions. 303-421-7100. And the website to make your own appointment to have someone come out and talk is khwindows.com. khwindows.com.
Krista Kafer, evenings at 6.
Monday, paid family leave? That sounds great. Oh, wait, you'll be taxed extra for it.
And if you find any that are defective, let me know too.
Helping you whether you want it or not. Join me at 6.
Krista Kafer on 630 KL. This is the Troubleshooter Show. I need somebody. Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. Today we have visiting from the referral list, new members, the Nurse Next Door. They do, by the way, even though it's called Nurse Next Door, what they really do is non-medical help. They preparing meals, companionship, playing games with people, taking them to doctor's appointments, medication reminders, all kinds of good stuff that you need to stay out of a nursing home. It's called Nurse Next Door. Tom and Vicki Hill, nursenextdoor.com. If you put in your address, it'll go to the right person. They can be reached at 720-961-5013. 720-961-5013. You see, that's what we do. We bring you great people. And part of that's Compass Insurance Group, and I got to ask them a question because I am very, very confused. By the way, I'm Tom Martino, and this is confusing to me, Jeremy, with Compass Insurance. My niece called me panicked. She says, Tom, our sump pumps aren't working. Now, she's way on the East Coast.
Okay.
Our sump pumps aren't working. Our basement flooded. I said, okay, it's very unlikely both sump pumps will stop working at the same time. It's an electrical problem. Mostly what's really stupid is they wire sump pumps on a GFI, and GFIs trip. The very thing that makes them trip is water, and then the very thing that takes the water away is tripped. It's the most asinine thing I've ever heard, but that's exactly what it was. I diagnosed over the phone. They had a bad GFI. And the way we knew it is they put extension cords on the sump pumps and they started working when they plugged them in upstairs. Then I told them to go around and look at the GFIs, and they found a tripped GFI, but it wouldn't reset. It was defective. So we know the sump pump quit working due to a defective GFI. Therefore, the outside water from all the rains seeped into the basement. I said, uh-oh, I have very bad news for you. This was outside water that flowed into your basement. You're never going to get coverage. She said, oh, I think I will. I said, read your exceptions. And it said, flood, meaning any outside water flowing into your home will not be covered. I said, see that? But it also says, Tom, that any sewer backup is covered, or any time if you do have a coverage for water infiltration, then the failure of a sump pump would be one of the covered events. And I said, but that's if you have water intrusion. I said, you clearly do not have it. She says, no, I do not. She says, I do have sewer backup. Okay. Guess what? She got it covered. And it was voluntary. She didn't even have to fight. I have never heard, the name of the insurance company is Erie, out of the East Coast. And here's what they said. We consider drainage to be part of the sewer system. And therefore, the perimeter drain dumped water in. It could not keep up with it. Therefore, we call that part of the storm drainage, which is part of your drainage, and sewer and drainage backups are covered. Now, this is a company that went out of their way to cover this. Have you ever heard of that being covered?
I have, and so I would
liar, liar, pants on fire. If I would have called you with something, no, seriously, Jeremy, if I would have called you and said somebody had a sump pump fail here in Colorado, Highlands Ranch, and let's say they had their basement flood, would it be covered?
I would say more likely than not it would not.
But why did they cover it, do you think?
I think so. When you look at the policy, and I think the safe assumption is to assume it's not going to be covered because a lot of companies wouldn't cover it. There are companies, so a company could always go above and beyond.
Right, of course.
Some companies, like in this case, they're treating that different as a outside surface water flood. That, like, you're right, that wouldn't be covered. They want to better define the definition to go to say that this is more of a drainage issue.
Right.
And we have companies, too, that would do that. I suspect that might be a little bit more of a common thing on the East Coast. I don't know that to be true, but I'm guessing there's probably that might be a little more standard out in the East Coast than it would be here in Colorado.
Okay. I appreciate that. That's
most companies. I mean, if the ground hit the water, if the water hit the ground and then came in, by the letter of the law,
it's flood. I know.
If they want to better that, though, and companies will do that, then certainly that's just a mark of a good company.
And not only that, but the carpet guy said, "Oh, I can salvage 3 of the rooms. You only need 1 room," and the insurance broker said. The adjuster said, no, it's not going to match perfectly. Get all new carpet. I mean...
Yeah, that's... and certainly I think that bodes to not every company is the same.
Yeah,
so there are companies that really do step up in those situations, and there's companies that, kind of hold a little bit more to the...
I mean, it said right in her exceptions, any outside groundwater that flows in. And that's the definition of a sump pump. But anyway, hold on, because we have another insurance issue here. By the way, I'm Tom Martino. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Bennett, what did you want to know about insurance?
Tom, we have a Volkswagen. It's my wife's midlife crisis, and there isn't a mark on it, and it's 10 years old. And I had Pro Auto, do the regular maintenance on it. And it's only got 35,000 miles, and they do not make a Volkswagen Beetle anymore.
Oh, they don't?
Not the Bug.
Okay, so what about it?
Well, if the car got totaled, what would I be entitled to, or do I need to get more insurance?
Well, I'm not sure if you can. What do you do in a case like that, Jeremy, where you know the market value, you know damn well you're not going to be able to buy another car like it?
Yeah, that's a tough age because most companies require the vehicle to be 15 years old to insure it as a classic car. So,
how old is yours?
Mine is, it's my wife's, is 10 years old, Tom, and it's like the day it came off the showroom floor.
Yeah, well, you can buy stated value, no, Jeremy?
Most companies wouldn't do a stated value on an auto that has not been modified.
Okay.
Just based on condition or mileage. We run into this a lot, and I wish there were more markets. We don't have any. There might be elsewhere.
Yeah, so in other words, Bennett, if it was truly a collector's item, you could get some kind of special insurance.
Well, I'm insured through Compass right now.
Well, you're insured through they're your broker. Who's your carrier?
Unity.
Okay. Now, if that car is damaged, you're going to get whatever an old Beetle is worth. Mm-hmm. How many miles did you say?
It's got 33,000 miles.
Oh, my gosh.
And like I said, Pro Auto just went through the car top
No,
to
no,
bottom.
nobody's doubting that. But you're in one of those weird situations that you'd be hurt because it wouldn't cover.
You said he's with Acuity, right? You said Acuity, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so they're one of our best companies, and they have something to offset this a bit that we could actually add.
What is that?
It's actual cash value plus 25%, and it's specifically for this type of scenario.
Oh, really?
Where we know the Blue Book value is not going to come close to what the car is actually worth, and they don't go off of Blue Book per se. So I mean, they're going to credit those miles.
And how much more? How much more would that coverage cost them? Do you think?
Off my head, probably $20-30 a year.
Oh, God, for that, I'm definitely going to call you.
Yeah, definitely call them, and thank you so much, Jeremy. And this is Compass Insurance Group, 303-996-9000. They usually have a solution like that for everyone. Now, did we take James already in Texas? Mark, did you talk to him?
Tom, I called the salesperson. If you call their customer service, you're on hold forever. So I left a message for James to find out why they charged $108. Now, in the email, Tom,
wait, they
James
only
went
charged
with a different attorney, and I wonder if that's why they charged him?
Now, wait a minute. Is James the original? Yes, he's the one in Fort Worth who called and said he went to this law firm, but they're only charging him $100? Is that it?
Well, they took $108 out of his account, Tom. That's his whole problem.
I thought they were going to take way more. I thought he was talking about
no, I
way
wonder if
more.
it's a consultation fee, but in the email it says James has already since gone with another attorney. So I wonder if that made...
Yeah, but $100 is nothing. That's what we're fighting over, James, $100?
Well, we're fighting over that, but you didn't really let me finish. That was the first payment. They were supposed to be taking $108 every week.
And did they?
That's why I stopped it.
Did they take any more money?
Just the first one, and it was after...
So then it doesn't matter that you didn't finish to tell me they were supposed to take more. $108 is all they got. What I'm saying to you is you can have that clawed back in your bankruptcy because any recent payments you made will be clawed back. And it'll go to it. You tell your attorney that they took that out, and they took it out not only illegally, you didn't agree to it, and they took it out. Although they're going to say you did agree to it. However, you may have the trustee claw it back and say give that back to him. It doesn't go in your pocket, James, but it goes towards your bankruptcy, and it would count towards your bankruptcy. 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by One Clear Choice Garage Doors, 303-565-6409, OneClearChoiceDoors.com. The best garage door company you can have. It was started here in Colorado. It's grown tremendously, and they serve the whole front range. 303-565-6409, OneClearChoiceDoors.com.
I love when people say, it isn't finished, and they don't say anything differently.
Raleigh House 60 spot, 1 minute.
Big delays on the eastbound side of I-270 at the I-70 interchange. Solid backup to Vasquez on that stretch, so watch out for that crash being cleared along that section. The rest of the highway drive in the metro area in pretty good shape. Just a little bit of slowing on westbound 6th Avenue, either side of Federal. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Off-highway, police activity in the area of Jewel and Harlan and Lakewood area. That's in Sanderson Creek. Just avoid that area altogether. No estimated time will have that cleared down the way. Any one of a crash eastbound I-76 and 74th as well. The weather forecast.
20 seconds, Raleigh House 60 spot.
Right now, overcast from 36. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner. 6:30, K-How.
At Farmers Insurance, we know every windshield collision has a unique sound. Beetle. Bird poop. Drone. Seen it? Covered it. Talk to Farmers. We are Farmers.
The Raleigh House. That is a treatment center for addiction of substances, alcohol, and even some mental illness. And they have a beautiful rural setting that you can go to. Rustic, private rooms. It's beautiful equine therapy. They also have urban settings, and they have settings in between. So, like suburbs. And if you are interested in a residential setting, give them a call. If you want to know all about the treatments and what's covered and what's not, and how much it costs, and what kind of treatment they give, or how to approach an addict, how to talk to someone with an addiction problem, or how to tell if there is a problem, give them a call. Any and all information free of charge, complimentary. They'll answer all of your questions. TheRaleighHouse.com. You can reach them 720-730-9722. Free information, immediate information when you need it the most. 720-730-9722.
Pros know doing it right the first time helps keep you on schedule and keep your reputation intact. Pros help with the supplies you need, ready to go when you want. Whether finishing up a property or updating storage, stop in now and get toilets starting at just $88. And get bath faucets starting at $24.98. If you buy 3 or more, get 10% off. Save yourself some time by ordering ahead at thosforpros.com, picking up your order in store. For your next job, every job after, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
Are you guys having fun?
Always. Always. How about you guys? That's what's more important.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, Dan, he's been with us a long time, but he has got the oddest talent.
Very much a good talent.
It's probably the most bizarre talent you've ever heard of, but it's real. He can, in most cases, I can't say all cases, tell you, list your shoes, tell you where you got your shoes. Yeah, 85% chance that he can tell you where you got your shoes. Seriously. He's been wrong. No, I'd say 2 out of 10 you're wrong.
I don't think so.
Tell me it's not weird. It's like these people with a photographic memory.
Yeah.
But then you think, a lot of times, one store might sell the same shoes as another store, so how he narrows it down is incredible. I don't know how he does it. You should bet him lunch. He'll tell you where you got your shoes.
Where's lunch at?
Let me get this like
Okay.
You can't lie though. You've got to be straight.
Oh, why would I lie?
Go ahead, bet him lunch.
Hello, I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino. I've recovered millions of dollars for consumers from all types of consumer.
Okay.
Can you do it?
Tax problems and the IRS, I call on my
It's the foot thing, the shoe thing.
Oh, God in heaven.
You want to bet him lunch?
Dan, they're doing that again. You didn't warn these people.
Well, come on, bet us lunch first. Hurry up.
He wants a free lunch.
Don't go.
That's a bet?
Just tell them to do it anyway, just to show you.
You got your shoes on your feet.
Oh!
On my feet. That's awesome.
You owe lunch.
No, they don't. I'm interceding.
Another lunch.
I'm getting horrible.
He's wrong 2 out of 10 times.
Whatever.
I said.
Because sometimes you're wearing someone else's shoes.
Oh, my word.
See how good I'm getting at walking them into it?
Yeah, right.
Juvenile.
I think he likes it.
Keeping it honest?
I can tell you where you got your shirt.
I'm sure you could.
Boy, if we could get 2 in one sitting.
Be a record.
It would be a record.
Oh, man.
Blacked out, everything's faded on your love. I'm already
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. Anthony, what is going on, Anthony?
Come on, how you doing?
What's happening? Every time, you know, when I was growing up, you would be referred to as Anthony.
Anthony, that's right, from Pennsylvania.
What's happening?
Hey, real quick, I actually called for one thing, but I got another thing as well. I'm having on the phone.
All right.
I'm looking at a used Town and Country Limited.
How many miles?
74,000 and change.
Uh-huh. What year?
2008.
Okay, so why are you looking at that particular car?
That's what my wife wants.
And how much?
Well, we're asking 8,400.
8,400. Okay. Are you going to pay cash?
Yes.
That doesn't sound terrible. I mean, is it a dealer?
Yeah, it's a little dealer down here in Castle Rock. The reason I called is I'm looking for someplace maybe other than SOS, although I've used those guys numerous times.
In other words, to get it checked out?
Absolutely.
All of our people do pre-purchase exams, you know, if you look online.
Right. So in Castle Rock, so.
But you would have to take the car to them. The only ones I know that travel are SOS and Automotive MDs.
Okay.
Auto MDs. So, yeah, as far as the traveling ones, are you going to take it? Will they let you drive it somewhere?
I'm sure they would.
Okay.
If I had to choose someone down there, I'd probably choose that Christian Brothers, but that's about it. I'm not happy with the Firestone, or I can't say I'm extremely happy with Christian Brothers, but we did have one issue on them, and they took care of it.
Okay. And they've been on the list for how long? They're not anymore?
No, they've never been on.
Oh, no, I thought I had them on years ago.
Not Christian Brothers.
Okay, maybe it was another Brothers in Park. They had a place in Parker.
Yeah.
Who the hell?
Let me ask him a second question.
We need a good repair shop, though. We do. We need someone that agrees to our code of ethics in Castle Rock.
But you can also go to a short drive up the Santa Fe to, you go up to Alaramas at Pro Auto Care, or or on Santa Fe you can get Budget A1. Just south of Dartmouth. They do pre-purchase. And then out in Aurora area, you got Sheridan Auto Tech. Seriously, we got some good people. But a pre-purchase exam is not that critical where you need, in other words, you want someone you can trust, yes, but if they're not doing any repairs, you just want them to really go over it. So anyway, what is your other question?
My other question is simply this. I was looking at another used car over on Federal.
Yeah.
Which didn't turn out to be a very good car. But when I pulled into the parking lot, it's one of those where you kind of have to come up on the curb and then you park in front of the store or in front of the location.
Yeah.
Well, it was all covered with snow and everything, and when I got up on top of it, I couldn't stop, and I slid into the rail and damaged my car, my other car that's mine. Do they have any responsibility for that because they didn't properly maintain the property after the snow?
That's a stretch, man. I mean, what was it still snowing?
No, it was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon after that last big snowstorm we had.
So this is an open parking lot for that business only?
No, there's multiple businesses in there. There's a driveway that goes back to a couple of others.
Okay, and it was public parking, right?
Yes.
And you were clearly invited in, meaning it's not a restricted access.
Yep.
So by openly being available to the public, yeah, they have a responsibility to keep it safe, yes. Yeah, the quick answer is yes, but they may not be negligent, even though they have... Responsibility does not equal negligence. Responsibility just equals responsibility. If you fail in your responsibility, you're not automatically negligent. Negligence is where somebody slid in there an hour before you and they didn't do crap about it, or they've had accidents before, or they knew it was bad and didn't do anything about it, or there wasn't enough time to do, or there was... Or they're not negligent if there wasn't enough time. There's so many factors. But they're never going to volunteer, ever. You're going to have to take them to court.
Okay.
Small claims, I mean, how much damage did you do?
I haven't taken it to an auto body shop, but, I would imagine it's probably around $1,000.
I would tend to tell... it's not as clear-cut as you might think. I mean, if you do have a public... parking lot, you do have some responsibility. I mean, what if they had a loose light, stand, a post, and it fell down on your car? Yeah, I mean, it's not as, a lot of times I get pissed, not at people, but at the whole philosophy where people are always looking for a bad guy. But if I really analyze this objectively, you're not being a pain in the ass. You're asking a legit question. This is an open parking lot. I pulled in. And as a result, now there's certain responsibility you have too with known risks. I mean, could you see that it was icy?
Well, I saw the car pulling in front of me. I could tell that they had to goose it a little bit to get up over that little hump.
Okay.
I thought, well, I'm going to have to do this. Else I'll be stuck on Federal, out in the lane. And so I came in a little faster than I normally would just because of the snow. But that
seems like a stretch.
It is a stretch, but
okay.
You'd have to show. Listen, you can just ask them. They're going to say no. Then you're going to go to a small claims court, and you're going to claim they failed in their responsibility to the public.
Was it the sidewalk though? I mean, was it public property?
No, yeah, it was a parking lot. Yes, and it was public. It was the parking lot for those stores. So it's just a little shopping center. Jesus, what's going on? Jesus?
Yes, how you doing?
What's happening?
Hey, I listen to you guys a lot, and I've been trying to get a moving business off the ground, and I just want to see, how can I get help to do that, and what are some of the laws I have to do?
I'm not familiar with all of the regulations with a moving business. I know there aren't that many unless you go interstate, but local moves, there's not that much. But, however, there's a lot of risk whenever you're dealing with people's stuff. Oh, my goodness, there's so much risk that you're going to need some good insurance. A good vehicle, a good insurance. And then when it comes to using help, you got to be very careful because you're going to have a lot of W-2 people, employees, unless you do it in a certain way. But if they're using your truck on your time schedule, you're going to have to put them on wages. You can't just say, hey, you're a 1099 worker, unless they have their own equipment, their own truck, and they pick up leads from you. So you have to decide how you want to do it. Is it going to be just you, or you and a helper, or what?
Well, me and my fiance are in on it, but I have like a lot of stepkids and my kids. They're older, they're in their 20s, and it's more like I want to start a family business doing it.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's good, but you'll have to put them on a payroll of sorts.
Right, and that's what I need to find out. And
now there are payroll services, and Suzanne can tell you about that off the air. There are services that you pay so much per month per employee, and they issue all the checks and everything. All you have to do is fund it. Okay. So they say, okay, you need to deposit this much money, and then they go ahead and make all the payments and all of that, but you have to make sure they're legit because you're ultimately responsible. So you need to get a report on, at least quarterly to see that they're making all of the tax payments and all of that. But I would start with a payroll service. I would also, then as far as vehicles, I mean, you got to finance those. If you were saying help getting started, the Small Business Administration, they would really, they really encourage this kind of thing. There are also microloan businesses. There was one specifically, gosh, I can't think of the name, but I'm assuming you're Hispanic, and there was one that helped Hispanic and minority business owners get loans. They're microloans, like small loans to get started, like enough for a vehicle and stuff like that. And damn if I can't... Oh, no. It's Suzanne, it's specifically, it had a minority, like a Hispanic name, a Spanish or Mexican sounding name, and it was for helping people with business. It's called micro lending. You might want to Google that, but beware. Don't go to these sharks, that want money up front for a loan or any of that crap, okay? In fact, Jesus, you can run anything by me that you come across as far as loans, but there are some pretty good programs for people that want to start a business as far as the equipment that you'll need. And they're called micro lenders because they give very, they don't give out, well, they might go up to 50, but they don't give out like, hundreds of thousands of dollars. They do loans like $5,000 and $10,000 and $2,000. And
he might be able to get an SBA loan.
That's what I'm saying too. SBA 504. SBA is another resource. So you can try, Suzanne, let him know the name of a payroll service he can just shop with, and then you can Google that as well. 303-713-8255.
And it's good for minorities.
Tom, 1 minute. Pro Auto 60 spot. 1 minute.
Morning. Krista Kafer, evenings at 6. KHOW, Denver.
Sponsored by Farmers Insurance.
We are farmers.
There appears to be construction causing delay on the eastbound I-270 at the I-70 interchange.
5 seconds.
Solid backups to Quebec at this time.
No, it's kind of cool to do it.
Traveling on that stretch, and alternate route I-25 to I-70 might be a better alternative.
I'm going to start using that whistle for Compass Insurance.
Decent shape. Off-highway, still police activity in the lake.
We'll change it just a little.
Hey,
did you know
that Sanderson Creek
is backwards
for now. weather forecast.
How'd you know that? Did I tell you that?
No.
20 seconds, Pro Auto 60.
Just listen to it.
52 right
Forward and
now,
back.
forecast at 36.
Just like zero red
Traffic and weather.
is the same forward and back.
You know what that's called?
At Farmers
It's like
Insurance,
the word mom or dad.
has a
You
unique
know what
sound.
that is?
But they're the same forward as they
Yes,
are
there's a
backward.
word for that. Yeah.
Covered it.
Forward, backward.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchange Center affiliates. Products not available in every state.
And it is.
Let's talk about Pro Auto Care. They are what I call your car nanny. Al Aramis and his team, including his son who went away to school and is in the business, his daughter, I believe, works there, his wife works there. It's a family affair, but they have two locations near I-25 in Evans and near Bowles in Santa Fe, just south of there. Okay, they have a great system. You go in there for any repair or maintenance, and they will enter you into their system and keep track of what your car needs it and when it needs it, and they will send you gentle email and text reminders. It's wonderful. It's like someone's looking over your shoulder. They estimate your mileage, they go by VIN number, and they keep you abreast of all the important service bulletins and anything else needed on your car. As I said, they're your car nanny. And the best thing, you get roadside assistance in between each and every repair because it lasts 36,000 miles. Think about that. 303proauto.com is the website, and the number is, of course, 303-PRO-AUTO.
iHeartRadio Music Award. Alicia Keys, Ariana Grande, Garth Brooks, John Legend.
It's a palindrome.
That's not how you say it.
Yes.
iHeartRadio Music Awards this Thursday
Palindrome.
at 7.
Do you know what a palindrome is?
A palindrome. I've heard of it, but I don't know. I don't remember.
It's a word that's spelled the same frontwards or backwards.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Hannah,
Use it
Mom,
in
Dad.
Zero res.
Right.
I can't believe you didn't know
Radar.
that. I'm shocked you didn't know that.
I did know it somewhere in my memory banks, but I couldn't recall what it meant. I've come across that expression many times, and I remember looking it up one time because of zero res when he said on the commercial, it's spelled the same way backwards and forwards.
They'll never wear out. You'll have like bionic eyes, a clear lens of shades. That's what I did. Perfect vision. Icon. iCare.com. 866-GOT. Icon. IconICare.com.
Running out of money is the #1
So I guess
reason for
technically,
retirees today. Hi,
any
I'm Linda
one
Carter.
word,
Your money
any
in retirement.
one-letter
Every
word
Saturday on
is also a
6:30
palindrome,
If you
right?
want to secure your
And
retirement future,
also
start
sentences
with a written plan.
that are
Together,
forward
let's
and
create a
backwards.
plan to make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
your
Like
money
zero
is
res,
your
zero
money.
res, zero res.
A dog, a plan. I'm just thinking of one. A canal.
A dog?
A pagoda.
A dog.
Oh, a canal. That's a good one.
A dog wouldn't.
A dog, a plan, a canal.
A dog spelled backwards isn't.
No, it's a sentence. It's spelled the same.
Forwards and backwards.
But it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
A
it's
dog
not.
isn't. A dog is A-D-O-G. It doesn't start with backwards. It starts with a G.
No, the sentence, a dog, a plan, a canal, pagoda. That whole sentence.
It doesn't even make sense.
No, he
Yes,
doesn't.
it is. It's right here.
God, engineers.
A butt, tuba.
Where'd you go to engineer school?
A man.
You get your GED.
Trust me, you gotta write it out.
Not a sentence that makes sense, but it's words
Right.
that make sense, right?
A nut for a jar of tuna. How about that?
It doesn't. If you say that backwards, it's not the same.
It's spelled the same. It doesn't have to be said.
You guys do some weird stuff.
Oh, I see
like-
what he's saying.
Oh,
It's stupid.
I know it is because the sentence
A
doesn't make
butt
sense.
tuba.
And technically, guys,
A butt tuba is literally spelled the same either way.
except, guys, that the definition of a sentence is it doesn't fall into the definition of a
A
sentence.
slut, a mix of sex, and Tulsa.
You guys have way too much time on your hands. Tom's not keeping you busy enough.
A nut for a jar of tuna.
Didn't I say that?
That was actually, if you spell that backwards, it's the exact same. Good find,
A
Dano.
more Roma.
Lower copays for you. So bring your prescriptions to
A Toyota's Toyota.
to start saving.
Huh.
Trusted since 1901. Walgreens
I gotta give it to you.
You came home.
So, a good trivia contest would be, what do these sentences have in common?
And no one would get it unless if they knew. I mean, I get it.
But they're not really sentences.
No, well, some of them are. For example,
A butt tuba.
a butt tuba.
630 KHOW, an iHeart radio
A
station.
car, a man.
A man, a plan, a canal.
I'm Tom Martino,
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Now, we have a couple lines open at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I got a question for Tom and Vicki Hill from email, Nurse Next Door. They're up. What area do you cover with Nurse Next Door? You do non-medical, home companion, home assistance. And non-healthcare? What area?
The area, we're in the northern suburbs of Denver, so Thornton, Westminster, Arvada, Brighton, Commerce
Someone
City.
wants to know, how do you charge?
We charge by the hour, and it depends on if it's companion or caregivers.
So what would be the difference? Give me an idea.
Companion is...
Just sits there, basically?
Yeah. Companion is $29 an hour, and that's with, light cooking, light housekeeping, running errands, just companionship, visiting. The caregiver is $32 an hour, and then that will be all the things that companions do, as well as adding bathing, dressing, medication reminders as well.
And cooking? Is cooking companion?
Yes. The companionship moves into caregiving as well. So caregivers do everything companions do, plus a little extra.
Okay.
I'm shocked how cheap that is.
I know.
How about if they want to go to a movie or go up to the casinos? It's purely by hour still?
It is by hour, and if we take them out of the area, it has to be approved by the family. We try to set up like a 3x3, which is 3 hours a day, 3 times a week, to be consistent with the caregivers and the clients. But if we do anything like that, take them to the zoo, take them to the movie, whatever, we do approve that through the family as well. But absolutely.
Let's talk to Jason. Hi, Jason. What's happening?
Hey, Jason, or Tom.
Yeah.
I have a question here. I have impeccable credit. I run about 790, close to 800, and it was not that way years ago. I had some difficulty with work and whatnot, so my credit did take a tumble. And I cleaned up as much as I could, thought I cleaned up everything. However, this little thing seems to be haunting me, is a motion for revival of a judgment.
And what's the original judgment they're trying to revive?
$744 for Capital One.
And was this done in county court or in district court, do you know?
County.
So it's a 6-year judgment. So
okay, so
an emotion
they
to
keep renewing it.
A motion to renew means, and they'll almost always get it, is simply a motion to renew. That's all it is, because they haven't collected yet. And if it's a debt, you can't renew the statute of limitations for a debt. If they never collected it in 6 years from the time it was due, then or never proceeded with a lawsuit, it expires their right to get a judgment. It's called jurisdiction. But if they want to revive a judgment they already have, and they got that judgment legally, then you would simply, the only protest you would have is it was illegal to begin with, and then they're going to wonder why you didn't protest it before. And no, but they can revive a judgment. Yeah, it almost automatically.
Unless if it got discharged in a bankruptcy, and you didn't say it, so.
No, and I didn't do a bankruptcy. No, I just cleaned up my credit and moved forward. And like I said, I mean, it took years to do, but I'm where I am today because of that. But so would my best course of action then be to since this debt is $744?
Now you're going from the realm of information to advice. But I can give you consumer advice. Consumers who have legit judgments always make out better settling them or paying them because they're not going to go away. You know, I mean, so that's really up to you. So an attorney might say, wait a minute, let's take a look at the judgment and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, they never attained this, they never did that. But really, for the most part, legit judgments only go away if you settle or pay them.
Negotiate it.
And why is this not on the credit report? Or is there another avenue I should take?
I don't even know. And I would say that's lucky. Seriously, that's amazing. It's not. First of all, do you remember owing the money?
No, I don't. And that's the thing, is I don't recall the first judgment being placed on me at the time. I mean, I knew I had bad debts, but I know I went through and I either settled with the attorneys before it went to court and whatnot. I just didn't realize I had.
So you never remember. Okay, get the case number on the judgment. You just got to notice there's a case number.
Yep.
Go to the county and look at the file. It'll tell you a return of service will be in there. It'll remind you where you were served or how you were served. But it's, you know, and if you say, well, I was never there, that's going to be a real stretch after all this time. That usually if you don't contest, and was it a default judgment, or it must have been? They're saying you never showed up.
It's just saying a motion for revival of judgment.
I understand that, but you never remember going to court.
Oh, yeah, no, I never went to court for this, no.
So then they got a judgment somehow, and if you don't go to court, the only way, one of the only ways to get that judgment would be if you didn't show up and they get a default judgment. Here's the thing, man. What I'm asking is, do you remember owing Capital One any money?
I know I had a couple Capital One cards, and I did pay off Capital One, and I also had a Credit One card as well at the time that I settled.
Well, ask for documentation of the debt. You know, what you ought to do, you probably do owe it. Wouldn't you say that, Jason? Or do you think if somebody's just trying to give you a heart?
No, I absolutely believe that this is possibly just something that I overlooked.
Then why don't you just pay it?
Negotiate it.
That was my advice, is should I just go ahead and pay it, or is it past a statute of limitation of sorts?
Well, this is what we just talked about. The statute of limitations is from the time it's due is 6 years to get a judgment. But once you get a judgment, you can keep that judgment going for as long as you want.
Right.
So there is no, I mean, that's the whole idea. They're trying to get it renewed so it doesn't go past the statute. I mean, it doesn't expire. And I can think of no reason why they wouldn't renew it. But that, again, you would want to ask an attorney if you want to fight it. But it's going to cost you way more than that $700 to fight it.
Yes, it will.
You know, so you might want to call them and talk to them or not. You know, that's up to you. 303-713-TALK.
All right, Tom, 1 minute, Fuller Law, 30 spot.
I'm going to need you, and I hope you know this, all plumb lines.
The left lane eastbound I-76 and 74. Watch out for backups. Watch out for big-time construction delays eastbound I-270 approaching I-70. Solid backups past Vasquez. You might want to use an alternate route for now. Also, a crash off highway eastbound Colfax east of I-25 approaching Osage. And police activity off highway in the Lakewood area near Sanderson Creek. Watch out for the area of Jewel and Harlan Circle, an area to avoid for now. The weather forecast. Well, there's going to be a chance of a rain-snow mix later on today.
Poor kid, when he got drunk in Mexico and
fell
off the back.
New traffic and weather. I'm Pete Wagner. 6:30 K.
I know.
His girlfriend said he started drinking early in the morning.
So he was drinking.
Tell you what.
I drank a lot and I never jumped off the balcony.
He jumped or fell?
If you've been injured in an accident, an automobile accident, or with a big rig, a motorcycle, whatever it is, you're wondering, what should I do? Call John Fuller, Fuller Law. He's a personal injury attorney. Listen, you may not need him. He'll be the first to tell you. But you need to call to preserve your rights. If you've been injured, or you think you may have been injured, or who knows, you haven't been checked yet, call him for free information. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. Personalinjuryco.com.
There's no need to not
call them and get them on, Nate, if they have insurance and stuff.
You have no idea what they're talking about. The iHeartRadio app has made it
so easy. This has got to be some kind of temporary holding place. No one names their website this.
Comedy to food and dozens of other topics. But don't get overwhelmed. It's cool. The iHeartRadio app makes it easy to browse and find the one that's perfect.
This could actually be the worst email.
Hey, everyone's talking about the iHeartRadio
The worst email
ever.
Fix It 24/7, the $39 people. I told you a story. Somebody called them on that $39 deal to find any problem. They found a dirty igniter, cleaned it. It didn't cost them any more than the original $39, because if they find a problem, they will find the problem. They will fix it if you want it fixed and credit you the $39. The $39 people for any problem with plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, or drains. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com.
Ever wonder why Europeans seem to speak so many languages? Is it because they use Babbel, the #1 selling language learning app in Europe? Babbel's award-winning technology gives you speaking right away, whether you're speaking Spanish, French.
Okay, you're going to give this email out. Ready?
Remember what you've learned.
Ready for this?
I agree. That's
Listen to this one. MICHELL.WIXSITE.com. Some guy on the line asking for advice. The first advice should be, that is the dumbest website ever.
That's his website?
That is his website. I shit you not.
Conversational in a new language like Spanish, French, or more.
I have no
Try
idea.
Babbel for free. Go to Babbel.com.
Here, I'm sending you the link.
and try it for free.
I mean, it's unbelievable, actually. Look at your email at this.
Babbel.com or download the app to try it
That'd
for
be
free.
easy advice.
That's
Get a
Babbel.com.
different website.
I can't even imagine the thought process behind it.
In fact, don't wait for a letter. Call Larson Tax Relief with any back tax.
It actually goes further. You got to actually have the other part on there too. It's got to be a holding place. It's got to be.
Wix.com.
There's no way that's a real.
First of all, I got an error on that.
Yeah, I know, because you got to actually put a // on the rest of his website. I'll send it to you. I figured at least you didn't have to do that. It's got to be a holding place until they pay or something.
A team of experts knows exactly how to deal with the IRS and state.
Although that's what his email is.
Collection calls, and they'll get you the best possible resolution while treating you with compassion.
All right. Here, you want his actual website? You now have it.
Even audits.
Oh, so that's not bad.
It would take you a 1-minute commercial just to get through the website.
I should have had done right do it. Don't be that person that says this after ordering a project. Right, Dad? You've got that right, Todd. Hi, folks. Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths.
Michelle,
Simply put,
it must be .wixsite.com.
Oh, geez. Tell me, well, there's only one way to resurface cabinets. 1/4 inch glued in nails. Replacement kitchen?
She only wants a certain clientele. Ones with photographic memories.
You've been doing this a long time, haven't you?
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Look at this.
So, the last time I saw Nate, you said you got a new toy.
Get out
What'd
of
you
here.
get?
What's that?
The last time I saw Nate, you said you got a new toy. What'd you get?
A little carbon fiber sport plane, 2-seater, glass cockpit, autopilot. It's a cute little airplane. I got it so my son and my stepson can learn to fly.
Awesome.
And I love it too, and Nate loves it.
Today is the day you break the stranglehold of addiction. You and your family can't lose another precious day to this horrible disease. If you or someone you know is abusing alcohol, prescription drugs, or illegal drugs, or has a mental health issue, anxiety, depression, or trauma related to substance abuse, you're not alone. There's help. Call the Raleigh House today. They've established a special number to address our concerns. 720-730-9722.
First report of cases.
730-9722.
I've heard that someone in Ottawa cheers to the air conditioner.
Fox News
Wonderful. I mean, that thing, fake news. That thing says there's very few reactions. It's
on 630 KHOW.
This is the first through this, is what they're
yeah,
saying.
that is a beautiful 1946 British. Well, actually, I did 12. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so Jesus is back with that moving company. Jesus, you say you already have a truck?
Yes, I already have all the equipment. I'm just waiting on people to start calling.
Okay, how are you advertising?
Right now, I'm only advertising on Facebook because I don't know how to.
But that's good. That's good if you know how to do it properly.
Okay.
Do you have a good website?
Yeah, I just sent all that information to.
Tom,
oh my
I just
God.
sent
Is
you.
this the website he has?
I don't know how to help him because I don't know enough about websites.
No. This website is impossible to get to.
Right.
How do you, what is your, if you give somebody out your website, if I asked you for your website, what would you tell me?
I would just give you an email address to where it's at.
Yeah, because you can't, your URL.
Give it out, Tom. Come on. Get the guy some business. Give it out.
No, your URL is about 125 characters.
Okay.
You can't have an email address like that. I mean,
okay. So what can I do to get?
All right. Here's what you do.
That's what I called you.
First of all, did you build your website on there? Is that how you got that URL?
Yes, that's how we did it. Yes.
Okay. You need to point that. You need to have a simpler website point to that. You can never market this website. I mean, you can never do it. I can't even pronounce it.
Okay.
Because you have to put in a name.wixsite.com and then slash blah, 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 slash numbers, letters, numbers. You know that, right? You know that you can never have a website like that. What is your name? Jesus, right? Let JesusMoveYou.com or JesusWillMoveYou.com. I mean, go on GoDaddy right now and buy a domain that is very easy. Jesus may not be easy because, you know, people don't realize it's spelled Jesus, so you may want to do something else. Although, you know, you got to have something that says something quickly. It doesn't have to be the name of your company. The worst mistake people make is trying to get the name of their company in the website, and when they don't, they start doing stupid things like initials and hyphens and all kinds of crap. You don't need it. You just have to say, you know, no matter what the name of your business is, you can have a website say anything you want. So that's the big mistake people make. What were you going to say, sir? Let's talk to our guest today. Go ahead, Tom. What were you going to say?
Jesus, I can tell you, if you go face-to-face, go to some of these places that sell cabinets. They might need to move cabinets. They might need to move to a new home where somebody's putting cabinets in their house.
Oh, great idea.
How about a flooring company?
Do a flyer.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. If you have a flyer and you give it to cabinet companies, carpet companies, different people that buy things, buy and build, and tell them, hey, I'm willing to move anything. Or how about, you know, we'll move anything, or, you know, or pick up and delivery. You need to get a website, though. And then when you get your website, you have someone point this long, unbelievable conglomeration to that website.
Okay.
And then that's how you do it.
That's exactly what I need. I need a pointer so I can get
Jesus, listen, man.
FastDenverMove.com.
I want you to come in to the show one day. You sound like you want to do something with your life, and I want to help you free of charge, okay?
Thank you so much, and I appreciate that.
All right, make an appointment for Jesus to come in, and Mark and I will talk to him after the show as well, and we'll set him up. We'll try to get some people to help you out with all kinds of stuff, Jesus. It would be my pleasure. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Eric, you're a contractor. What are you calling about, sir?
Yes.
What can I do for you? Hello?
And I got a call from Home Advisor.
Yeah?
And they wanted me to, you know, pay them the $300 up front and whatever a month to be one of their Home Advisor panel people, right?
Yeah. And then what they do is they sell the leads. That's right. They'll charge you for every lead they send you, whether you close it or not, and then they'll sell that lead multiple times. It's a lot of people do it. So, you know, and how are they going to check you out?
Well, what I wanted to tell you, you were talking about them supposedly being vetted. The guy talked to me. He said, well, we have to vet you. He didn't get that much information, my address, my website, my phone number, my name. He called me back 15 minutes later and said, oh, you're all set. I said, I've been vetted. He said, oh, yeah, you're vetted. You're ready to go. Boom.
Oh, my God. You were vetted in 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
And he didn't even ask, did he ask for your Social Security number and date of birth?
Nope. And he must have used the same vetting company as they used for Obama, but I don't know. I wasn't supposed to say that.
Oh, Eric, that's funny. Hey, get Eric's number if I want to call him back. We have a lawsuit against those guys right now anyway, so I would love that information. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Sandy, you have a problem? Oh, you're going to have to hang on, but we'll take you coming out of the break. What is the problem with the diet?
Well, the food is just absolutely terrible.
You don't even need that to lose weight. But hold on, and we'll talk to you coming back. I'm Tom Martino. She's complaining about the South Beach diet. We also are going to tell you about a new seminar coming up for Centeno Schultz. Stick around. I'm Tom Martino. Don't forget referralist.com and save all your problems for me.
Great.
What the heck's the South Beach diet?
You give them bad
Is
food.
that one where you get food too?
So let me see if I can find a picture of the other one.
I think that's
Hey, glad you guys are chiming in too.
It's true if it's horrible, you don't need it.
Just sit there and wait till you talk about that. It's fun, like engage, right? It's great. You get good airtime. So it's $29.
I mean, when I said I
Very easy to maintain.
What about
the right?
10 pointers?
I'm giving it to you. Sign up for Dan West. They give it to you for free.
2 hours, $60. If you
Don't touch it.
and from and all that stuff.
And the mileage is like 50 miles.
That's cool. And then like do you do like cleaning fees, like help clean the house, or that's the same thing too.
Did you see that? Yeah. Equal credit lender.
Cool.
Did you know you don't have to go?
Hey, good job chiming in, man. Yeah, it's what you're supposed to do. Do it, because some companies, some people come in here.
All I guys got to do is get into construction companies.
Hey, so tell me how GoDaddy works.
Yeah.
And just
You pay the $12
Yeah.
for it, but then what do you
So,
pay next?
some people don't know actually how to do a website. Like, well, just go to this email and click the link.
You don't ever own
to
it
the website.
You just
What?
rent it.
No, you never.
Because it was funny, like you actually, like they
You go
sent
to
her a
somebody
link,
else?
and it's like click the link below. You click it, and it pulls up the website, but it's like
If you want to spend a lot of money, you could buy like guys,
you don't tell like what do you do? You don't have
and then you would own literally anything .dan, and then you could.
Oh, I know. It's
you
great. I
would
don't
make
decide.
yourself like the
You would except drive around the cool car with the flowers on
Yeah,
it.
you just
buy a higher,
Yep.
but you're not going to buy a .com.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it's hard to call.
You know, and they do all the brochures and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
Yes,
who measures.
Our own phone number, our business
All of
card.
How did they get it?
We just put our phone number.
They started
Have you guys gotten the like any business since you signed up, or since you got the certificate, or?
We haven't sent
Just
anybody
like
up.
you can do .world.
Phone calls.
Someone owns .world. Someone owns .xxx. So if you want to open up a porn site and it's dan.xxx, you would lease it
Oh,
from
so a lot of these
them.
people call.
So someone owns .net.
Someone owns
Oh,
the high
or
point.
Right.
but it's like not.
Yeah, someone owns .net.
But GoDaddy doesn't own .com.
No, they do not.
What I'm saying
They're
is,
more like a loan servicer.
I see. So they just go to them and then they go to this .com company. Who is .com?
I don't know.
I got an email from a gal that works with authorities.
Or .us, I'm sure that's a government thing, so they own them.
Yeah, that's correct. Who owns .com?
We have a meeting next
See, this is
next week with like
On the 20th.
yesterday's crash senior with the new, it's a fairly new facility and
January 1st, 1983.
Yeah.
See, .com might be one that's really never opened. But like if you know who owns .xxx,
Well,
Yeah.
so we're gonna go meet with her.
but I'm just looking for like
They never talked because my mom and dad used to own the 205.
Actually have a carry
205.
Yeah, it's real similar to the 207. It's
one in
It's a little older.
What is the International Foundation for
We were just private.
Environmental
We
Responsibility?
didn't do it for anything, just, it was just something mom and dad
Is
got
operated
into.
by IMC.
We lived at Erie Airport
so
for
all
several
your
years.
websites are owned by GoDaddy.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark?
They're not owned by it.
Yeah, they changed the term.
They're not owned by it. I can
over and over.
I can move it. I can move it to wherever. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to park it at GoDaddy.
Oh no, I've only gone to Alaska once. I go back on Friday, so I don't think I'm gonna struggle with that.
They're really look at them as a
Also, every
loan
4 or
service.
5 days, yeah, I wouldn't do this job, but every 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. It's,
Looking for ways to save your Medicare plans? Walgreens is the preferred network pharmacy with many plans nationwide, which could mean lower co-pays for you. So bring your prescriptions to a Walgreens pharmacy today to start saving. Walgreens.
Seattle, yeah.
Walgreens.
Or direct to Anchorage.
Taking a health spray.
Then I gotta take the flight to Bethel.
Available plans. Contact
Now, do they have a
Walgreens.
flight
TTY
from
users
Anchorage
call
to Bethel for you?
1-877-488.
I think like
another company,
whatever's
yes,
costs a lot of
I
money.
just looked it on like another company called
Sponsored
Sponsored
by Farmers Insurance.
So you only take passengers and
Oh, I haven't done anything yet, so like I did all my training completed at passenger side, but I just gotta do some SOE initial experience training.
What do you pay that?
I don't know.
Farmers Insurance, we know it's a perfect hot air balloon landing. And a less than perfect one. Dr. Farmers.
Hold on, guys.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchange Set Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
PriceFixerDenver.com. I'm going to say this. If you listen to the show, you know I am a bargain hunter, but these guys have the best service as well. How about any issue with your cooling system or your heating system? How about no service call? How about no diagnostic pricing? 100% free. They'll come out and give you an estimate. And if you decide to have them fix it, guess what? They'll offer you the 100% guaranteed lowest price out there. If you're looking for a new furnace or AC, you get a 10-year warranty. That includes all the proper permits, the installation guarantee, 100% satisfaction guarantee, and the best price out there. PriceFixerDenver.com. Go check it out right now. Right now, PriceFixerDenver.com.
Denver egress window. You put an egress window in for you, or rebuild the one you have. Those window wells with an escape window. You need to make sure it is safe. Now these old things like crap the builders put in new rebuild.
So I can make another one.
Big and deep and real. They do beautiful. You can find out by looking at their website. Egress window.
Just like
720-620. He said 720-621.
Are you sure it's not dust?
No, I put it in there. Try it.
What's the required background to become fair?
Did you know that?
Is graduation high school.
Hey,
caregiver.
What do you guys pay to
no, it did. It bounced there.
Someone basic, just
That is the hormone growth. Maybe you're thinking maybe you got it backwards. Hormone.
See?
Yeah.
I could just put it in right there and didn't go there.
Yeah.
Oh, then it bounced it.
Yeah, it's got to It's got to go so it's not on the same server. They didn't do it. They can do that a lot better. Actually, Price Fixer Denver does that too. It's going from one server to one firewall.
Being charged with a DUI will have long-ranging effects, but somehow now you must feel $75. You better. You need the law offices of Joseph A. DUI. He has flat rate prices. You'll know the price of everything before legal work begins. This is not a time for blind lawyer shopping. Go with someone I know and trust. Joseph A.
We wrote our territory up into 6 different areas for them, so they can say, you know, I don't want to live here and drive here. I only want to live here and drive this far. Which is our territory. So we elongated it for a smile to make it easier for them, so they can say, I don't know, I can't live in this area anymore.
For criminal defense.
With maybe additional compensation.
Find it on my referral. Referral list. I don't know. 319. One of my favorite brands.
Yeah.
John Legend, Casey Musgrave, Taylor Swift, and more. Watch and see who wins in our iHeartRadio Music Awards. Thursday night at 7. Fox 31.
Outside the sports area.
Yeah, depending on how far it's out.
Oh, I'm in the hills. I work coming square
So we did up to 20 miles.
I'm only going to get the bottom 4.
My mom's a park
That might be.
It's the new Dan Catholic Show.
I hope you join me at 4 on the Dan Catholic Show. We're syndicated border to border in Colorado, Fort Collins to Pueblo and beyond, so we can work together to stop bad things, do good things, and have a lot of fun along the way. Join me at 4.
Yeah, just a...
Or whatever. It's the Troubleshooter Show. And it's after the fact, right?
Yeah.
Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe, here to help you solve problems, to answer questions, to take complaints, and to make your life a little easier. I love doing it. All I ask that you tune in. You'll have a lot of fun. Yes, you will. All you have to do is call to get help. This hour brought to you by Genesis Total Exteriors. You've heard a lot of rip-offs on this show, a lot, about home improvements. Genesis is a company you can trust. GenesisTotalExteriors.com, but they also do kitchens and baths. Call for details, 303-679-8509, and they do basements as well. Everything on the outside of the house, siding, windows, gutters, painting, fences, decks, roofs, gutters, kitchens, baths. One estimate for all insurance, 303-679-8509. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Let's call. Let's talk. Dr. Chris Centeno wants to plug this seminar. This is important. And Centeno Schultz, you know, I endorse for living stem cell treatment. These seminars impart a lot of information. What I like about it is you don't have to have any intent to have it done. You can find out all about it first. You're not obligated to do anything but listen. Dr. Centeno, where is which one are you talking about here?
This is the one up at the Omni in Broomfield.
Okay, cool. The Omni in Broomfield, I'll be there. What night is it?
I believe it's tonight.
It's tonight, brother. We're going to be there.
What time is it?
Usually they start at 5:30.
And it's in Broomfield at the Omni. And what do they have to do to be part of it?
You know, literally just show up. I mean, we have these seminars to educate people about what's real, what's not real, what seems to work, what doesn't work. And this is obviously a living stem cell therapy that we offer. We also do an awful lot of platelet-based work, all trying to heal things without surgery. But there's just a lot of confusion, as you know, right now, and a lot of crazy things being said out there about what's possible and fake stem cell treatments. And so it's just literally just come and learn, and hopefully you'll walk out of there saying, okay, now I get what's real and what's not.
And that's the important part. And that's Interlochen, isn't it, the Omni in Broomfield? Isn't that called Interlochen?
It's in Interlochen, yeah.
Right. And for those listening, you can put it in your GPS, but it's 500 Interlochen Boulevard. It's in Broomfield. All right? And it's tonight. And you say around 5:30. When do you actually start speaking?
You know, usually we'll get going around 5:45 or 6 p.m.
Good. So here's the number to call if you want to register, but you can just show up. If you want to let them know you're coming and make sure you have a seat, 303-963-9201, 303-963-9201.
Are you driving me up there?
I don't know, one way or the other. But I'm not coming as far south when I'm done. Anyway, we'll figure it out. All right. Let's talk to Sandy. Sandy, what's going on?
Well, I got the South Beach diet ordered that, and I've been...
Yeah, and the South Beach diet, I mean, I don't know why people order anything from there. You know, it's the protein, high protein, low carb, low sugar. It's what everybody knows works. But it shouldn't be. High protein is not necessarily good. You should have moderate protein, high fat, low carb, low sugar. But I don't want to get into that right now. As far as you don't they have a money back guarantee or not?
No, they don't.
Uh-oh.
And the thing about it is, you know, the product that they show on TV, the beautiful meals, and beautiful pictures on the boxes.
Well, that's the same with any restaurant. They have food modeling.
Yeah, but the food you get after you cook it looks like what should have gone down the garbage disposed of.
So anyway, when you complained, how much did you sign up for?
Well, I signed up for it's supposed to be a 2-month thing, and it was $353 for the first month, and then you have to do it for 2 months. And I called up and
So hold on, did you put it on your credit card?
Yeah, and I'm protesting it on my credit card.
Good. Now, as far as your second payment, when do they take it out?
Well, they can't take it out because I closed the account because I told them I wasn't going to pay for it.
Now, if you close the account, that's smart, but did you open up another one?
Yes, I did.
They'll take it out of that one.
If it's with the same bank, for sure.
Did you close the actual credit card account and have to reapply, or did they simply give you a new card?
I had to reapply.
Oh, that's different. How did you know enough to do that? No, most people don't do that. Most people just get a new credit card.
Because the Visa people told me to do that.
Oh, that's good. Excellent.
I still don't understand the problem. If the food sucks, that'll help you lose weight because you're not going to eat the food.
Yeah.
So, Sandy, so you got 1 month supply so far, right?
Yeah, and what I'm doing is...
Well, as long as you paid for it, you got 1 month. That's worst case scenario. They can't take out the rest.
Well, I wonder, do I have a recourse? Because I feel this is false advertising.
Well, it depends. It depends on their I don't know what their plan is. You know, I'm looking on their website. I don't know what kind of guarantee they have.
Well, I'm taking pictures of this stuff so you can see what it looks like, you know, from the picture on the box and what it looks like when it comes out of the microwave.
Okay. I'd love to see that.
How would I get those to you?
Do you go on email?
Yeah.
Or text?
I'm not great on email, but I can.
Somebody can probably walk you through it. But man, this is really.
How much weight are you trying to lose? How big of a gal are you?
Well, I'm not very big. I'd like to lose about 30 pounds.
You can probably do that just by listening to what Tom's going to tell you. Seriously.
Why? I mean, no, seriously.
Just
you can do. Why don't you just do low carb on your own? If you like chicken, I mean, you can eat it with a fat. You can make tuna fish with mayo. You can have some great time. Buy salmon, have fun. I mean, you don't have to remove the skin. You don't have to worry about the oils. Just eat. Just don't eat carbs. I mean, and carbs come in all shapes. They're not just raw sugar.
Intermittent fasting's easy, too.
And don't always believe labels. Labels lie to you when they say net carbs, or excuse me, net carbs might work. They don't all lie, but when they say sugar, I love when they say 3 grams of sugar, but then there's 30 grams of carbs. I mean, how the hell does that happen? That's because people don't understand. If you take a bowl of mashed potatoes, it is exactly the same as eating a bowl of white sugar. If I told people that, they wouldn't believe it. A bowl of white sugar, a bowl of pasta, a bowl of potatoes, to your body, exactly the same. But then they say, oh my God, no, these are organic potatoes. It doesn't matter. They're sugar. It's amazing how sugar disguises itself.
Isn't sugar organic?
Yeah, I mean, it can be. But anyway, listen, please, I don't know what to do. I think you did the right thing. I don't think you're going to get your money back. I don't know what they're... Call them and ask them, Sandy. Did you call them and say, listen, I'm dissatisfied. I want my money back. Did you?
I've called them twice and talked to them twice.
And what do they say?
Well, they give you all this rigmarole about how you can make the food taste better, because the food tastes terrible. And they give you all this baloney that you can fix it and make it taste better. But, you know, I've talked with 2 people, and they both give you the same thing. It's like, you know, tough luck, lady. Yeah, you're stuck with it.
I'd like to see their real reviews because, you know, they have a web presence where they try to get you to review it on their own site, and then they publish those. And that's not where you want to go. But I don't know, Sandy, I don't know what to tell you other than I want you to send the photographs. Suzanne, help her with that on email. 303-713-TALK. We have a few lines open.
Sponsored by Farmers Insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
As the lunch hour gets underway, you got a crash in the center of town there, westbound 6th Avenue, the ramp from northbound I-25.
I know when you asked them that, I'm going, oh, geez. We always do those so quick, though, man.
Avoid that section if you
we can drive to a certain point together.
That's what we'll do.
And then I'll take you.
Where do you exit coming back?
Colorado Boulevard.
Let's park at there's a parking lot over there indoor at Dave and Buster's.
You know this guy really, honest to God, did not know.
20 seconds, ideal 60 spot.
Right now, mostly
this
cloudy
guy
skies
did not know.
and 40. With your traffic and weather, I'm
a website URL from
KHOW.
Oh, it was wow. That was his real website, man. I thought it was kind of like a placing point.
Airborne car.
He may have to rebuild.
How did he get that website?
Through that Wix. That's how you design it, probably for free, and then at the end they hosting.
Ideal home loans for your next ideal home loan. What does it mean? It means that you get a loan, but you don't just get a loan. Even if your credit is approved to get a loan, they make it even better. It's called credit optimization. You might be approved, right? But maybe you can get even better credit scores by paying down a balance here or there or transferring a balance. They'll let you know because they have an algorithm that'll predict how much it will improve your credit. And then you get lower pricing because of it. Also, you can get a custom term loan. You like the interest rate, but you don't want to go back to 30 years. You can pick your own term. And then they have the interest rate guarantee. If rates go down, you get to refinance free of charge over the next 2 years. And then when you refinance again, that's another 2 years of a guarantee. And then the pre-approval is like a cash deal because you're already approved. You just need the house to appraise. 303-867-7000. 303-867-7000. IdealHomeLoans.com.
We are up today. Listen to this. I didn't even look today.
Me, you,
both of us, exactly, almost same amount. Today,
your health and more. Explore
7.
125 personalized
Bank of
reports
America
on things
gave
like
them,
muscle composition, caffeine consumption, your likelihood
Really?
of being lactose intolerant.
Apple's
more.
up $5,
Commit to a healthier
$6
you,
today.
Inspired by your genes at 23andme.com/explore. Order your
Janslist.com.
Ancestry DNA kit at 23andme.com/explore.
Sue 'em. You could, if you want to drop 150 grand, you could get Dan.Dan, and then you could sell subdomains.
It's a free upgrade if you schedule a consultation this month at khwindows.com. Don't let the sun catch you with faded furniture, condensation, drafty rooms, cold in the winter, overheated in the summer. It's time to stop the energy bleed with a whole lot of pain. New triple pane windows from K&H Home Solutions. If you sign up this month, that triple pane and the glass upgrade is free. Schedule yourself online at khwindows.com. Add value and beauty. If you want to complete the home makeover, how about siding? New Everlast siding, a lifetime of durability. For details, 303-421-7100. Or simply schedule an in-home visit online at khwindows.com. That's khwindows.com. Also on my referral list at referrallist.com. Again, 303-421-7100.
About 40% of Americans carry a credit card balance, but excluding people with credit scores over 720, that number's more like 75%. Reports show that U.S. households pay an average of $1,200 a year in credit card interest. That is an astounding number. Thankfully, your untapped home equity is an easy way out of high-interest debt, and loan limits are at an all-time high, so you can use that equity to pay off debt, remodel your home, or build your savings account. Just call the salary-based mortgage consultants at American Financing.
I don't even know if
They'll guide
I'd
you through the mortgage
take that,
refinance process and never charge upfront fees,
That
unlike
one.
other lenders who charge $500
I don't
to
know.
qualify. Start
Uh,
now and
she
learn
just
how
put
you
it
can
up.
save up to $12,000 a year, and you may be able to
Tuesday's
postpone
it's
up to
stupid.
2
I mean,
months
who
of
cares?
mortgage payments. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000.
It's like whatever.
Or
I don't even know if you give credence with that.
Financing.net.
I don't know. You're pretty good at
regulated by the Division of Real Estate. People have asked me, Tom, where do you get BioT? They've heard me talk about BioT. BioT is really a
call them,
way
give
to
them a heads up.
optimize your hormones, not
How to
just
do that.
testosterone,
Or
but estrogen
tell them
and
so they can
thyroid
respond to it.
issues. Plus,
Hey,
they do
why don't
other
you call them
age
right now and get them
therapies,
lined up, see
including
if
cosmetic
Brian wants to
procedures.
just
They do
reply to it.
microneedling, Juvederm, Botox,
It's probably good.
Glabella, Revitalize
It's
Health.
probably from the
And the important
50s
thing
is
about
why,
the
or
hormone
whatever,
doses, they
you
do
know.
everything by
It's
blood
probably
testing.
super old.
720-361-2302. So many people have called and said, Tom, I know you do this, the pellet therapy, the most natural delivery of hormones. I know you do it. You don't have to ask me anymore.
That one in that condo,
Revitalize Health. They're
the one that I
brothers,
brought
little
the
guys,
exchanger
great
here, remember
guys.
that
They work
recently?
together as a family.
That
So I
fucking
call
thing
them the
was-
Hormone Bros. I
It
just
was
think it's
OE
cool. So that's how you can find
from
them.
when they built the condos.
Hormonebros.com.
And those things were built probably in,
Hormonebros.com.
I used to live on the inside there on the golf course, probably 95, 96, maybe even 90. So, I mean, you're talking a 25-year-old unit. It does come down to common sense how much you put into something. I'd be really pissed if I spent $2 grand fixing something and then needed a whole new unit in a year. You know what I'm saying? It's a no-win. It's like an old car. It's a no-win situation for the shop. What do you do? Honestly.
Hi, Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK. Tom and Vicki Hill are with us with Nurse Next Door. They do non-medical, home companionship, and home care, non-health, like making beds, helping them in and out of bed, medication reminders, cooking, bringing them to doctor's appointments. They can do companionship. But I had a question here. Is any of this covered by insurance or Medicare or anything? Have you found, or long-term care? You say you self-pay, but do you know if any of your clients ever get them paid?
They have not released that information.
You haven't talked to them about it?
No.
Okay. But I do know that there's nothing preventing you from submitting bills based on the coverage you have. But they do direct pay. But it's not that expensive. I mean, not really for what you get.
$30 an hour?
Yeah. I mean,
that's very inexpensive.
Anyway, or around.
The nice thing is if I can chime in, is that you can adjust the hours as time goes on. If you need to go up in hours, if you need to go down in hours. If you go to a facility, those hours are...
Oh, of course. You're there all the time,
You're there,
24/7.
You can't back out.
What's your average client like? 5 hours a week? 1 hour a week? Every other week? What?
About 9 a week.
Okay. You said 3 hours, 3 days, right?
Yeah,
at least. Right. That's what they call it, the 3x3. Let's talk to Tim. Tim, you have a suggestion for Jesus and his moving company?
I do.
What is it?
And I'm not going to take any royalties for this name, but it's a good one.
What?
Ready? Jesus Loves Me Moving Company. Imagine seeing that on the side of a van.
Yeah, it would spell out Jesus loves me. I know. That would be funny. Jesus Loves Me Moving. Okay, funny. Bill, what's happening with you? Hello, Bill.
Hey, you know, with the spaghetti, if you get Bio Nature organic whole wheat pasta, it hardly any sugar shows up.
No, it has.
I'm a diabetic.
Bill, it has sugar, and I'll bet you it has. It doesn't matter if it's organic and whole wheat. It has carbs out the nose.
Yeah, but your body, would it be in the whole wheat, the organic? My blood sugar is low after I eat it.
Bill, then that's a miracle, okay? Because,
anyway.
Listen, it's because of your insulin, probably. Bill, I don't want to debate something that science refutes, okay? It's a carb. Whole wheat. Now here's what people say. What about a complex carb? The difference, do you know the difference between a simple carb and a complex carb?
Your body converts it quicker.
A simple carb is sugar outside of the body. A complex carb becomes sugar after ingestion, and then you have high glycemic index and low glycemic index. So there's a theory that if you have a lower glycemic index, it absorbs slower into the body to avoid insulin spikes. But it will sometimes avoid insulin spikes. So if you're hypoglycemic, a low glycemic index is better for you. But it has nothing to do with weight loss. It has nothing to do with health. Whether it's a high glycemic index or a low glycemic index, you will still get what's called glycation in your blood, which is your blood thickens and takes on sugar, whether it's slowly or quickly, just like poison will kill you slow or fast. If it's slow, it still causes inflammation within your veins and arteries, and it still causes all of the same exact problems. I even had another idiot, a doctor, tell me that fruit does not affect diabetics because he said, like Bill just said, well, I can check my blood, and it doesn't go up. Your blood sugar, those are glucose monitors, and if you eat fruit, your fructose goes up. Fructose will kill you as quickly as glycine, glycogen. But when you test for sugar, you're not testing for fructose. So this frickin' moron doctor said, I can prove that fruit doesn't raise your blood sugar. What an idiot. He was using something to measure something that doesn't even measure. It doesn't measure fructose. So, I mean, if you get a fructose monitor, if there is such a thing, you would see it does raise your blood sugar a whole lot. So, Bill, I just can't have you giving false information on the air because I don't want to be responsible for killing people. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Well, we have some open lines for the first time because I did have a call, but he's not there. Okay, so just give us a call on anything, any problem, any question, any complaint. If someone lied to you, cheated you, or ripped you off, or you just want to give a live on-air review, feel free to do it. Let us know if anyone has a problem. If not, we can dip into the mailbag. I love doing that. Okay, here's one. This is what a guy said. You talk about sleep apnea. is there a way that I can get my sleep apnea treated without going through the Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ? You know, you can call Dr. Kent Lawson, but I talk about those guys for straightening teeth. They widen the palate, align the jaw, and that corrects sleep apnea. However, there are appliances that correct sleep apnea without going through the process of widening your palate and without going through surgery or without going through anything that you can sleep with, but you sleep with them every night. This thing with Dr. Lawson, when you convert your jaw and your mouth and they're aligned, you no longer need an appliance to sleep at night. But there are appliances, dental appliances. It's called sleep dentistry. Unfortunately, right now, every frickin' doctor we've had on the referral list has not come through for us with sleep dentistry. So we don't have anyone we can recommend. I'm not saying there aren't any good ones out there. It's just that we don't know of any. So it's just, that's the way it is. But they do market these appliances. And I have news for you. And believe me, I'm not going to get in trouble with the FDA or anyone else. But I've known people who bought snoring things.
Like a Zipa.
They purchased those for snoring, and it helped their sleep apnea. I am not saying get that instead of an approved dental device. But I can tell you that there are people who tell me it helps. So I'm not saying, I'm not making any FDA remarks or saying buy Zipa or buy anything, but snoring is a symptom of a sleep apnea sometimes. Bill, what did you need with car insurance? Hello, Bill.
Yes.
What's going on, sir?
I heard you many times talk about people who have State Farm or Farmers Insurance are wasting their money. Is that correct?
No, I did not. Here's what I said. If you have State Farm or Farmers or Allstate, if you have them more than a few years, you're probably paying too much for insurance. But I said, in general, Allstate, Farmers, State Farm, Fred Loya, and American Family, we get the most complaints about as far as being bad companies and all of that crap. But you're not always wasting money. Mark at one time, I believe, had State Farm, and Compass could not beat his price. But Compass said, when they did the insurance checkup, you ought to stay where you are. But the next year or 2 years later, they were able to beat it. It's any company you stay with is going to be a ripoff after a certain amount of time because they don't reward loyalty. But especially these captive companies. The thing I think you're talking about is this. If you want a lower price and you're with State Farm or Farmers or Allstate or a captive company, they only have captive agents. So that agent can't sell anything else, even if he wanted to. So how can you compare prices when you only have one product to show someone? And that was one of the other criticisms. So go ahead.
I got you. I understand that. And I've been with Farmers for over 20 years, and we are thinking of getting some other quotes from other companies. But my question is, I have a claim against me. My daughter got in an accident, and they are actually suing us. If I change now, will I get the same type of service from Farmers as if I weren't with them?
I don't know what you're saying. I don't understand.
He's saying if he switches now, he's got an ongoing claim. So if he switches insurance companies,
it would be anybody would tell you it would be a bad idea to switch in the middle of a claim. That doesn't mean they can drop the claim. But if you're not a customer of theirs, logically, what do you think? If someone's not a customer, is this agent going to be inclined to treat you well? He would treat you better, or the adjuster, if they think they're going to keep your business, not if they lost it already.
Okay.
I mean, that's just human nature. You want to take care of your own, right?
I understand. Yes, I do.
But 20 years with the same.
But eventually you should get quotes because you are probably paying so much more.
I think I am.
So, you know.
How old was your daughter, by the way? Was she a young driver?
Yes, she was 17 when it happened. She's 19 now.
See,
so.
You'll find, too, well, 19's different. But
why is it going on so long, by the way?
Well,
that is weird.
Good question. It was a year before we even heard anything about it.
Oh, and so they sued right under the deadline, didn't they?
I would assume so.
So what, are they claiming your daughter caused an accident and caused injury, right?
Correct.
Well, that's why you have insurance.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, hold on till that part's done, though, man.
Yeah, I think I'll stay with them until this is completely over, and then I will definitely shop around.
All right, 303-713-TALK.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Dan Catholic afternoons at 4, KHOW, Denver.
It's funny how they use actuals for that, but they don't use actuals for other things. Yeah. I mean, in general, women do not drive as good as men. Just doesn't happen.
Excuse me? I think I would disagree with that.
Be careful now.
I don't know.
I don't have to protect
I
her
wonder
on
what
this.
the actuals are.
I don't know.
I don't have to protect her on this. She'll come across the table and say,
Hey, he's my muscle.
I would say men are more aggressive, so that's what they
has not been completed.
I had a young kid hit me.
well, boys have a
year
tendency
ago.
to want to drive fast.
Oh, my God.
And drive fast means
But
all the
a lot
other
of females don't pay attention. How many times you look over and they're putting their lipstick on?
Oh,
or
that
something?
just drives me insane.
Texting is bad.
Stop doing that.
That's why I don't understand why there's not laws against
There is laws.
it.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
there's laws. In fact, it can be almost as bad as DUI. You have an accident while texting and you hurt somebody.
Oh, here's the answer, but it's strange because men actually drive in general 30% more miles per year than women, yet they're implicated in slightly less than 30% of the car accidents. So men do cause more accidents, but it's because they're driving 30% more. Apples for apples.
Okay.
Women cause more.
And it's not.
We're not talking apples, it's fruit.
Yeah,
We're talking driving.
Did you call Brian? That is pretty wild. Men or women?
Mark, I can't find out.
Sponsored by Farmers Insurance.
Tom, 1 minute.
Did you call Brian to see if he'll come on?
Let's start off with the good news. That earlier crash
She
westbound
is
6th
texting.
Avenue near Federal. That's been cleared out of the way.
University of Michigan, 6.5 million car crashes. Women were responsible for 6.4 million of them.
That's in Michigan.
6.5. And women were responsible for 6.4.
Rockfall mitigation and US 6 over Loveland Pass remains avalanche control as well. The weather forecast.
Tom, 20 seconds. Colorado tinnitus 60 spot.
Right now, mostly cloudy in Denver and 40 with your traffic and weather. I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
At Farmers Insurance, we know a roof can withstand a lot.
Ready for George?
An airborne car.
I'm going to put it in
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
If you have a ringing in the ear, it's called tinnitus. It's a terrible affliction. Oh, my goodness. I have tinnitus from an infection I had. I went to Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, and I got some hearing aids that help with that. They help mask it. They also have a permanent solution for some, depending on your tinnitus. It's called the Syncra, and that means it doesn't come back in the cases they've had. They also have hearing devices, just regular hearing aids, but they let you try before you buy any of these things. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, Dr. Patty, Dr. Lisa, Dr. Dagmar have dedicated themselves to working on one or both, either tinnitus or hearing loss or both. All you have to do is go see them at Clarkson and Hamden. There's an urgent care building there, and plenty of great parking there on the second floor. Reach them at helpforringing.com or give them a call at 303-534-0163. 303-534-0163. They have new digital hearing aids that interface with your cell phone. 303-534-0163.
You've saved a lot in your
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. They're pretty good.
401ks and other accounts. Taxes could be your biggest retirement expense. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, every Saturday on 630 KO. As a CPA, when we put together your comprehensive retirement plan, I'm always keeping an eye on taxes.
Okay, let's
Don't
get
let
back to
taxes
this.
derail your retirement.
Okay.
Call 720-488-8607.
One of the reasons women may find themselves involved in many more car accidents is because they don't pay attention.
You won't do better than our
Well, not me. Just saying, that was not me.
They're less experienced and may not be as confident behind the wheel.
I'll agree with that, but it's not as confident. You see women, the way they drive, they're just like this and stuff, and they can't drive long distances and stuff.
You think that's confidence, though?
Or
you're supposed to be 10 and 12.
I know, but then they look just stressed.
I'm surprised she hasn't gotten after you for your generalization of all women.
No,
that's why I said not me.
I'm surprised you didn't pick up on the 6.5 million.
Yeah, I did. I just let it go. That's why I just said Michigan. I left that alone. But I had a young kid hit me a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
we lost so much money.
This
there.
was
kids are
it
idiots.
I was like 2 minutes from my office. I could see my office from where I got hit at.
They say most accidents
Snowy, yeah.
quarter mile from home or worse.
And he rear-ended me. I had a RAV4 and he totaled my car, and we were only going 20 miles an hour.
You an attorney?
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, we have a question on auto insurance. Go ahead, Marcos. What's going on?
How you doing, Mr. Martino?
I'm doing good, man. What's going on?
I got some guy backed up into me in a private parking lot, and so they called me today and told me that they're going to total my car. So, and they were going to take it to Copart, but what they said was that, so they towed it the next couple days after he hit me, took it to their body shop. Now they're saying that it costs like $5,000 to fix, and they're going to total it.
Yeah, they only have to go up to the value of your car to pay you.
So my question is, they said that they haven't got a hold of their driver, and that that he has up to 40 days to call him back. And they're gonna total my car. They're gonna take it to Copart. So my question to you was, is it okay if I go get it before they take it to Copart?
What do you mean, go get it? You want to keep it?
Yeah, I want to keep it. It's not that bad of the damage.
Well, you own the car. They can't do anything without your approval. But what are you going to do about the damage they caused?
They said they gotta wait till they get a hold of their driver.
What insurance company is it?
It's a Fred Lawyer.
Guess what? Guess what? They're going to tell you they can't get a hold of their insured. This is a little trick they do. And then they're going to say they can't cover you because of lack of cooperation.
Well, we got a police report because he...
I know, but what I'm saying is you're not going to get insurance money if... See, all Fred Loya's agent would have to do is wink, wink, hey, make sure we can't get a hold of you and we won't have to pay. I'm telling you, I'm not saying it happens, but it's really weird the way Fred Loya denies coverage for lack of cooperation.
More than like everybody else combined.
So really, it's really, really, really difficult. I don't know the actual numbers, but I know that it happens, and this is going to suck for you. So you need to get a hold of this guy, and you need to sue him directly so he goes to his insurance company. You want him to contact his insurance company, but without any threats, he won't. You have to go and sue him for damages. How much is your car worth?
Well, it's an 07 Chrysler 300, but it's I'll say $5,000.
Is it truly worth $5,000, or is that what you think it's worth?
I truly think it's, well, Blue Book value, I don't know, but me, myself, because it's a weekend car.
Okay, how many miles on it?
About 130,000.
If they want to total it, you're going to be very disappointed because if you want to keep it, they're going to charge you to keep it.
Oh, really?
Yes. They're not going to pay you plus let you keep it. They're going to pay you less if you keep it.
Yeah, they might offer, if they're offering $5,000 now, they might offer you $3,000 and you get to keep the car. Then you got to make the decision.
How much will it cost to fix it? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I'm actually on my way to go pick it up now and take it to a private place in Brighton.
All right. But you got to go after that driver as soon as possible to sue him.
Sue him in small claims court.
Man, you're going to have a problem, okay? Mark Szymanski has a follow-up for us from Genesis, Total Exteriors. Mark, did you go look at a project for us?
I did. I went and looked at Jill's house. She was on the radio last week.
And she paid a certain amount of money, and we were curious, did she get at least that much worth of work?
No, she did not.
How much had she paid, Mark?
$7,900.
And what do you say is salvageable from the work done?
Most of the framing's done. There's probably about 2 days of repairs that need to be made to the framing. So she's probably got about $1,800 worth of work done.
Oh, man.
Does she have any materials sitting there that he delivered that are usable?
all the studs have been used for the framing, and so that's all gone. But she probably has about $200 worth of guys' tools sitting there, so that helps a little bit.
So she's underwater how much?
No, so you're looking at around $5 grand.
Oh man! And this guy can't be found, Suzanne. I mean, did we try looking for him?
I'm gonna have to get more info on him, Tom.
Okay, yeah, she has notes from when the woman first called, right. But tell her. Go ahead.
Yeah, she's already filed a small claims court.
Good.
So she's gonna go after him that way. And so we're going to kind of go from there.
All right, thank you. Mark Szymanski, Genesis Total Exteriors, 303-679-8509. Listen, we get these calls all the time about contractors. You pay them up front, and you don't get the work.
That's why I love Jay Bretts. You don't pay a cent till you're content.
Jeremy, welcome. What's going on, sir?
Well, on your advice, I called Fix It 24/7 to have them come look at my hot water heater.
So was this on the $39 find any problem?
I paid $40. That's
30. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's to find. And
did any spiel or anything like
that? Did they find a problem with your water heater?
Well, the gentleman says that it's dripping inside of the hot water heater, but I don't see how he can tell that when my wife and my father-in-law were both there. He took his flashlight, looked through the window for 10 seconds and said, yep, it's going to cost you $3,300 because you're out of code.
Well, it could, Jeremy, but let me just explain something. I had to pay $4,500, but let me explain something. It could be that they made a mistake. I will tell you this. Of all the furnace installations they've done, I found them making one mistake where they said there was a cracked heat exchanger, and on their own, they bought him a furnace free because they went. No, they did it twice. They did it once, came to me, and once that never came to me. But it happens. And Jeremy, but I will tell you this. How's this? What?
I said it was for a hot water heater, not a furnace.
No, I know that. I'm telling you, though, that if they told you there was something wrong with that water heater and they replace it, and there's nothing wrong with that older one when they look at it, you're going to get a free water heater.
How old is it?
I was told when I purchased the house it was 5 years, but it could be older than that.
Well, when did you purchase the house?
I purchased the house 5 years ago.
So it would be 10 years old?
Possibly.
Well, you're on the outside. I mean, 10 years is pretty old unless you kept it maintained properly. What size is it?
40-gallon.
Listen, I can't tell you if it's bad or not. So what are you asking me? You can get another opinion. I mean, you're not going to. The good part about this is these guys are true to their word, $39 for the service call. And if you don't have the work done, and you can compare exactly what they said to someone else.
Okay.
And Jeremy, I want to know if, listen, these guys look at tons of water heaters. Maybe he knows. But no one would want to know more than the owners of Fix-It if someone came to your home and falsely told you you needed a water heater. Now, we don't know that happened, but no one would want to know more than those guys. They don't have to jimmy up sales. They don't have to. They have enough legit sales. But I want to know, too. I mean, this isn't a game I play on the radio. Oh, let me do your commercials and the hell with people. No, no, no. Listen, anybody who's been here behind the scenes know that I put our people through the ringer. I mean, really, we sent out 3 or 2 independent testers on this one heat exchanger and had it magnafluxed. That's a scientific test to see if there were cracks. I'm not saying I did that because I suspected they're crooked. I did that for my own peace of mind. We do what's called random checking. And if anyone has a question and they call us, we will check it out. So I want you to get this thing checked, and Mark will have somebody go out there for you, and you'll get the truth. Because these guys, in different companies, they're not going to lie for each other. They'll give you an honest-to-God opinion. You know who I'm thinking about, Mark? I think we should send out. You go out and we'll get you somebody out there because I'd like to know if that's a bad water heater, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, man. Hold on so we can get your information.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And by the way, what do you think you would get if you called Angie's List or Home Advisor or someone with the same problem? Do you think anybody would talk to you?
Absolutely not.
Okay, man, thank you for trusting us. Let's take care of this guy. 303-713-TALK.
Sponsored by Farmers Insurance.
Tom, 1 minute, Fuller Law 30 spot.
So anyway, this kid, when I got out of the car, luckily I had someone stop because he saw exactly what happened.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He slid into you.
Yeah, he slid into me when he was going too fast because it was snowy and stuff. And he blames it on me. He says, why didn't you slam on your brakes? I said, if I would have slammed on my brakes, I wouldn't.
You don't even answer it.
See, I'm not. I'm like, really?
You're following too close no matter how they look at it.
And then he says, I'm going to be in trouble. This is my girlfriend's car. And I said, where's your car? And he said, my car's in the shop because one got wrecked. I'm thinking, great. But they paid off.
So he was covered, though.
He was covered, yeah. Thank goodness. But yeah.
We get calls all the time where the kid's driving and they've been excluded from the policy because they've been in 5 accidents.
John Fuller is a personal injury attorney, and I urge you to call him if you ever have any question on his personal injury. He doesn't charge you. In fact, even if you hire him, you can call and talk to him, and he doesn't charge you by the hour, by the penny, by the minute. What he does is he collects a small percentage of what he collects for you. But if you don't need him, he'll be the first to tell you. But for free advice on any personal injury, just give him a call to protect yourself. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. John Fuller. It's personalinjuryco.com.
Homeownership has gotten a lot more affordable in recent months, more than ever, really, if you consider that loan limits have increased to an all-time high.
Oh, that's traffic's.
The salary-based mortgage consultants.
So they don't. I'm shocked they're at 12:45. They're playing traffic. So it says this traffic report's brought to you by blah blah blah. Then afterwards the admin.
Access to every kind of loan in the industry.
I'm shocked they have one at 12:45.
That fits your needs, including options that require no money down. That's right, no money down.
I'm shocked.
There's no commission involved, so you're financially shocked.
You should.
Confident you're getting the best rates and the most savings, and you will never pay upfront fees, unlike some lenders who charge $500
just to qualify. So get started today while inventory is up and rates are low. Call 303-695-7000, 303-695-7000, or apply online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division.
Today is the day you break the stranglehold of addiction. You and your family can't.
You should see that place out there. The addiction place. Holy shit, is it nice. It's like he bought, I'm pretty sure it was a ranch. So it was like a single family house, but a working ranch out in Watkins. So he buys it, redoes the whole thing. It's got to be, man, with the conversion of the garages and everything, it's got to be 15,000 to 20,000 square feet. And it's unbelievably nice. So when you first go in, a lot of people are, they got the shakes or they got whatever the drugs are. So they have one area for you kind of to dry out or whatever they call it. How did I put it during that one spot? Get off the juice.
Yeah.
Okay. And then another area for all the group stuff and then the individual quarters. But man, was it nice.
Okay. All right, Tom and Vicky Hill with Nurse Next Door. I got to ask you a few questions. I find that extremely inexpensive. You said $29 to $32 an hour, depending on what people are doing, right?
Yes, sir.
So, what is your average call? Is it the kids calling because they think mom or dad now needs some help? I mean, really, who's your customer? The older folks or the kids?
Most generally, it is the kids, son or daughter, calling to take care of their parents.
Man, I can't believe
you got their number. It's 720-961-5013. 720-961-5013. Very affordable in-home care. Very affordable. Let's keep talking here. 303-713-TALK. Okay. Who should I take here, Suzanne? Any priority? Okay. Well, I know who. Never mind. Mike has been waiting long. Okay. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
I got some new news here. Maybe you can help me out. I talked to you about my sister trying to sell the house.
Yes, because you guys have this thing you haven't worked out, and I gave you advice each time.
Yeah, well, this is something a little bit different. I received a call the other day out of the blue, and this guy financially said, I got a title here. It's clouded with your name on it. You need to sign, and they're trying to sell this house, and I'm not going to touch it. I'm like, what?
Well, no, that's because she's trying to sell it without your permission.
Well, one more thing. I went online to the county office. I went down, and it says grantor, and my name is right next to it.
Mike,
wait. Hold on, Mike. You're telling me that at the county, there is a record of you transferring the home to her?
She did that.
You need an attorney, Mike. How many times have we told you this, man?
Does grantor mean that I'm the owner? Is that what that means?
No, grantor means you gave it away to her, usually.
Okay.
She's saying, listen, didn't you two inherit this house?
Well, I think he gave it to me because my dad told me he would. And
well, it doesn't. Hold on. When did your dad die?
15.
Did you have the house transferred when he died?
No.
You never did anything?
No, I just knew he gave it to me years ago.
What do you mean? He gave it to you before he died?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because he told me he did.
Do you have the recorded deed?
Well, I don't know how to get that.
Mike, how many times do I have to tell you? Your sister's trying to sell the house now, right?
She already did.
Where are you?
I'm in Houston. I called that guy you gave me. He said, I don't, I'm in Fort Bend County. I don't mess with Harris. I said, thanks, and that was it.
Okay, you need an attorney, Mike. You need to find one, bro. You got ripped off. The house was in your name. She falsely recorded something saying that she owned it, and then she sold it. Did she give you any of the money?
No, but I don't want to sell the house. If it's my home, I want to go back into it.
Well, if she
already sold it.
If she sold it fraudulently, you can undo it. But, man, you'd have to prove it. You need to go get an attorney, Mike. Find an attorney. I don't know how to do that for you, man, from here. Please.
You know what? If he calls David Salisbury, David will find him an attorney there. I guarantee it.
Suzanne, give him that number. Dylan, what's happening?
Hey, so there was a supply house when I was in business. This is the only one I owed some money to. I got a call from, I guess it's a commercial debt settlement company, and they wanted me to give them power of attorney and then go, you know, they said that that company had filed a lawsuit against me, which I've never been served, so I don't know. I gave him the power of attorney, but...
A power of attorney for what?
I'm not sure exactly.
Well, it's a limited power of attorney or a power of attorney over your whole life? What did you give him?
I'd have to look, but it's
you better look.
Probably limited, but they just wanted that so that I guess they could talk to, the attorney.
Why would you sign that?
Okay, what did they do? How long ago did you sign that power of attorney?
About a week ago.
And okay, did you get a copy of it?
Yes.
Give us a copy. We'll have our attorneys look at it. You can revoke a power of attorney at any time.
Yeah, you just have to have something notarized.
Well, you just have to revoke it and prove that it's revoked. Getting it notarized just means you signed it. That's all it means. Okay. That's all notary does. It attests to a signature. It's a witness to your signature. If you don't feel good about this, then get the power of attorney revoked immediately.
Okay. But if there is a lawsuit, because they never told me, where it was filed or anything like that, so...
If there was a lawsuit, you would have been served.
Right, and if I wasn't served, then what does that mean?
It means no one's suing you until you get served.
Okay.
I mean, unless someone lied and said they served you, listen, here's how you find out. Go to the courthouse and see if there's a court case against you. Search your name in the court records. Ann, what is your question? Ann?
Hi there.
Hi.
I'm just calling. I'd like to know if the nurse next door, if they service the I-70 corridor.
Which I-70 corridor?
Eastern.
East on I-70. Do you guys service out there?
Yes.
To Bennett?
If we can find a caregiver that will drive, we'll pay the mileage, and we will do that.
So, yes, they do the I-70 corridor east. How far, I mean, what is your territory?
Well, we're all of Adams counties, but
Okay.
we're mostly northern. If we do service that area, there would be a charge for the mileage to the client.
When do you always charge mileage?
No, I mean if it's local, if the client is close to.
But
the
if someone
caregiver
calls,
area.
you'll give them a price. You'll tell them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll know the pricing up front, Ann.
Sure.
So to get a hold of Nurse Next Door, just look up nursenextdoor.com and put in your zip code, or 720-961-5013. 720-961-5013. Don't forget, folks, referralist.com for help, information, and referrals, and save all your problems for me.
It's a franchise, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So when we give that website out, really, it'll benefit everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the guy signing pro attorney doesn't even know.
Yeah, like,
I can't even imagine.
And then the Mike trying to sell.
It's like
Mark,
the time I had you sign.
Can you have Todd Terry check that out?
Yeah, it's already out.
I just did not believe
We have Todd Terry not.
I don't even think we gave him a heads
You guys
up.
got a nice question at the end of the show. That's awesome.
But the homeowner will, Mark. I don't want him to go over there just to create trouble.